Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to your favorite show on this channel. It's quickly becoming your favorite show. This show is a show for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ahwa episode 6, Habibis. And today we're here to talk about the two biggest clubs in England, Liverpool and Manchester United, because the Man United fans in our community get upset when we don't talk about Onana, apparently, even though we've spoke about him 500 times already. We're here, and it is episode 6 of Al Ahwa. Everyone watching us right now or on the replay, I don't want to keep interrupting our conversation because this is going to be an absolutely elite video for you guys today. Don't forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now or on the replay, please don't forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Keep letting us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is a very, very, very interactive video. Big up to you guys. Introducing today's panelists. First of all, this guy is joining us all the way from Italia, ladies and gentlemen. He was in France last time on Al Ahwa. Today he's in Italy. God knows where he's going to be next. Maybe Switzerland, maybe Albania, maybe Jordan right next to me right here. You never know where the guy is going to be. But the Ibn Battuta of Al Ahwa has joined us today, back again, representing... I don't even want to say representing Inter Milan because he's low-key, he just knows Prem. Like, he's just representing the entire league. Of course, the man, the myth, the legend, man like Mo has joined us. How are you doing, Akhi?
I'm glad to be here. Couldn't miss it for anything. It's 12:30 here in Italy, but this is the show. Listen, if you want to call a show, this is it. This is it, guys. Listen, it's 12:30. I spent 8 hours at the beach today, and I'm here doing the show. So you better the likes to go up. Everybody watching right away. We need the likes equal the number of the people watching. It's easy and it's free, but at least keep me happy.
Facts. And speaking of timing, it's 1:27 a.m. over here. See, I'm even an hour ahead, but we're live for you guys. So slap the like button, man. Slap the like button, subscribe. And by the way, YouTube's telling me you're sharing the video everywhere. So continue to hit that share button. Share it on anything Mark Zuckerberg created. Threads, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or whatever Elon Musk created. Just share it somewhere. That's essentially the point. Big up to you guys. And of course, joining us today, Tottenham Hotspur, sometimes they make the Champions League football. Tottenham Hotspur are a known bottle job club, but every now and then they do something. And the Tottenham Hotspur of the panel, the biggest bottle job, is back. And today he's here, even though it's 11:15, and he's gonna let you all know he had a 14-hour, work shift. We're all supposed to sit up here and cry for him. I've got Mu'min that it's 12 a.m. for him. He's been on the beach all day long. It's 1:30. This is my 6th show today. You don't see us complaining. The second biggest diva of Al Ahwa, man like Ozzy. How you doing, Habibi?
Why do I always get the dead introductions? What's going on with that?
That wasn't dead. That's so much love.
Oh, see, at least he called you the second biggest diva. He called you the biggest
we
one.
We all know who number one is. That's why we saved him till last. But yeah, no, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here. Yes, I did have a 14-hour shift. Yes, I can't see in front of me, but I wouldn't miss Al Ahwa for the world. So now I'm happy to be here. Like the boys said, I'll echo it. Make sure you like it. We all obviously have busy schedules, but we want to create Al Ahwa, and it's a great vibe. So yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
You actually see two Aussies on the screen. Aussie the picture and Aussie the real version. Big up Aussie, man. Big up. And finally, last but not least, are you actually wearing a Friends shirt?
Yeah.
That is the most overrated show of all time. The most overrated show.
No.
Friends is so overrated. If it wasn't for those shit laughs that they add using the audio thing, no one would laugh at that crap. Let me tell you right now.
I love Friends. Watch it over again.
It is what it is. Friends is overrated and crap.
So what's your...
And speaking of overrated and crap,
the last one and then we'll talk about...
Speaking of overrated and crap, our last panelist, he is the life and soul of Al Ahwa. He is Habibi Azift. He is Umri Akhara. He is all the adjectives in one because he is all encompassing. You know, there's one guy that I absolutely I can't lie. I've been spamming him on this on this channel lately. He's just like on every day. Yani, I see him more than my brother. Joining us on the channel needs no introduction. The biggest diva. He is the divas champion of this channel. Man like Staffy. How you doing, Habibi?
That's not a bad intro. I'll take that. I'll take that. You know, I'm not the only diva, I guess, on the show, so that's a work in progress. You know, it's fine, but you know, the shisha's ready, the panelists are ready. I am ready. Hope the fans are ready. You know, smash those likes. You know, share the video. Tell everyone El Ahwa is on right now. If no one's watching El Ahwa right now, I don't know what the hell are you doing. And thanks for having me, bro.
Facts. Listen, put your kids to the side, put your wife to the side, or your husband to the side. This is time. This is prime TV right here. This is prime time. This is 11:15 p.m. UK time, baby. We don't have time for all this. Yeah, we don't have. Or I have a better idea. Put us on your TV, because according to YouTube, 27% of people who watch this show actually have us on full screen TV. Put us on your TV. Bring the kids, bring the family, bring your wife. Come watch it together, because this is pure vibes right here. And speaking of, big up to Ryan, who sent in a super chat already. He says, big up, bro. I reckon Henderson is staying. I feel sick. We were so close to being free. Ryan, I saw that news before going live, and I'll be honest with you, I'll leave that till we get the official announcement. If he's officially staying, then me and you are gonna make a crying stream together, and we will cry together. But for now, I'm celebrating because he's going. So that's gonna be my mindset. So yeah, big up to you, Ryan, man. Thank you for the super chat, Habibi. And look, there's already 258 people in here. We haven't even started yet. Everyone right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Special shout out to our MVP, Ryan. Big up to you, Habibi. Thank you so much. Make sure you're all liking, make sure you're all subscribing. Yesterday, Staffy, I want to start with you, because you were there. We got, you know how we always take the customer is always right on this channel seriously. Yesterday, the customers were complaining that we haven't spoken about Onana apparently. So تفضل يا حبيبي يا مصطفى احكي لهم رأيك موضوع Onana.
Which I find very weird, because we talk about Onana more than we talk about like anything, you know. Who am I hearing echo from?
Sorry, before hearing echo. I cannot be Qusay. I cannot be the only one who thinks Friends is overrated. I'm sorry. Like,
oh yeah, Friends is not overrated. I'm sorry. I heard that. You're crazy. Mo, I'm with you. I can watch Friends over and over and over and over again. So you have to, in your words, hold that.
So I'm the only one here. First of all, don't say it that way. Second of all,
That's
I can't
how you
be the
sound.
only one who thinks Friends is overrated. Comments, am I the only one who thinks Friends is overrated? That's such a shit show as well.
Yeah. No.
Thank you, Yuvraj. Thank you.
Friends is overrated.
What is so the reason why I say Friends is not overrated, because it's just very logical, strange answer, right? Like, because when I watched Friends in Egypt, I never went to the Western world, and before I go to America in 2009 and then move in there in 2012, and I still got the jokes and I still laughed at the jokes. Most of the time when Arabs or even Americans watch the other cultures' shows, you don't get the comedy.
They don't get the humor.
But we got it. Like, I was me and my wife, and we laughed at it. So that means it's not overrated. That means the jokes are just global jokes. Maybe it doesn't make you laugh your ass out, but it makes you have a smile. Laugh. So that's why I'm saying it's not. I actually laughed at some of the jokes. Most of the jokes I laughed at them. I know the show, but like, I know the show because I watched it like 50 times.
You know, Mo, what I love about the comment section? People are either like Friends is dog shit, and the next comment is like Friends is an all-timer show. People, there's no in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's either like it's the best show ever or the worst show ever. I love it.
What's your best show then? What's your best comedy show ever?
By the way, whoever said my wife and kids is better, they're right. My wife and kids is legendary. Doesn't matter where you're from in the world, it's legendary. So I'll put my wife and kids ahead of Friends, by the way. So
the fact is, I don't know. The fact is, I don't know what is even that show.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought when the guy said that comment, he was talking about his real wife and kids. I'm like, okay, relax. Like, I'm like, yes, we get it that you rate them higher than anything. But like,
I thought they were actually talking about their own wife and kids. I thought they're talking about their wife and kids.
I'm sorry, Ozzy. Maybe. But it's not a global show because I don't know what it is.
No, it's
Friends
legendary.
They have to tell you when to laugh. I thank you. That's my point. If it wasn't
No,
for
but
all these
that's
audio inserted laughs, no one would laugh at that crap.
Yeah, but
This
every
is
show in that era
all
was
the
like that.
sitcoms.
Yeah.
All the sitcoms in the background. But it's not funny. I didn't laugh.
You
والله.
don't
Why are
like
you putting on?
sitcoms.
طب ما
So-
انت دمك
so
تقيل. That's your
Hassan,
fault.
you
انا
don't like
دمي ثقيل حرام عليك. إذا انا دمي ثقيل مستحمل واحد زيك بدك دم اخف من هيك. Listen, Henderson ain't staying. Philip, let me live in my
so you
delusion.
don't know, so you don't watch any sitcoms, Hassan. Sitcoms is not
I'm
for
gonna be
you.
honest with you. Sitcoms are crap in general.
Okay, so
No,
it's an
don't
opinion
lie.
then. It's an
Say
opinion.
say wallah,
It's
you don't
okay.
watch Ramadan series, Hossein.
No,
I bet
والله I
one of
don't
your
watch
top
Ramadan
shows
series.
is Rogel with ست. I guarantee you that's one of your best sitcoms.
Bro,
Don't lie to
راجل
me. I know you
ومعايا
ست
ستات.
انا
No, it's fun.
راجل ومعايا ست ستات.
That's actually funny. See, they didn't put fake laughs. We actually laughed at it. See,
They did.
hold
That's
that,
fine.
hold that. Don't compare Ragul ست Setat
They
to that
did, they
shit
did.
called Friends.
So my favorite shows ever. So for me, the number one for me is Seinfeld. This is what I love the most. Then Friends. Then I think Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is one of my favorite shows as well.
Is
it's an
Full
absolute-
House considered a sitcom?
That's the old one, right? That's the very old one.
I watched Full House. I liked Full House a little bit when
Because
I
it
was
used to be on TV on NBC2 when it first started, or something like
yeah,
this.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
That's what
memory.
I used to watch like 15
When we
years
first
ago.
got like Western TV, it was NBC was the channel that used to bring all
Yeah,
of that.
NBC
and it
was the
Full
one
House.
that came back.
NBC2,
Yes.
you find all the great movies. NBC4 is where the series comes out.
We used to watch Champions League on NBC back in 2002 and 1.
I remember.
Before
That was
ART
it.
took it and they took the piss with the money they wanted. Let me
Yes,
say
and
that.
then ART ruined it until Bean got
ART
it.
came
and
and
then-
took it. Yeah, I remember.
Remember
I-
ART?
I- the problem is
اسمع
we're
moment,
absolutely
the ART
talking-
subscription I swear was like 2,000 real a year or
Crazy.
something like that.
Yeah, my dad didn't do it, but we had like like we had satellite dish when we
You had
used
a-
to, I used
you had
to
a
do the
Wasla?
European.
كنا نسرقه.
No. So the Wasla didn't get it because not a lot of people, even the Wasla didn't have ART. ART was so expensive in Egypt that even the Wasla didn't have ART. You have to pay money to go to down at Ahwa. I remember
ما هو had
Kassim
that Bandulu. He had that Bandulu service.
That what? Bandulu. Whatever
أول
that
مرة
is.
بسمع بندول. I've never heard of that.
Exactly. I never had this.
Ozzy
this is
knows what
why-
I'm saying.
This is why
the
the Alexandria people have it. So that's why they know it. That's,
Bro, it's a British term. That word,
that's when you know something, that means you had
All
it.
your head
That's the
bro,
thing about it.
that word is
That's the
English.
thing-
It's
that's the
British
thing.
though. That's why Ozzy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Guys,
Fair enough.
it's 15
Fair
minutes and we haven't talked about football. How many
Well, that's
people
what
are here?
Al was about,
Hassan,
Habibi.
can
You
tell
never
me-
know what we're
The
going to
hour
talk
is
about.
about flexibility. We just talk about
No,
what
no.
rocks
I'm
on the
not.
tongue.
It's not about that. How many people are here, Hassan?
How many people are watching us?
It's
350
300
currently.
And how many likes?
How many likes? That's a great question. So we can get onto them. We can get onto them if you want. You can attack them anyway. I can lie. Qusay is taking this friend's insult personally. Look at this. Unless you watch it, you won't rate it. I need all my super chats back. I am Team Tom from now. Hussam, my mortal
my
enemy.
God.
بعت الخبز والملح بس عشان فريندز. الله يلعن ابوها فريندز. الله يلعن ابوها فريندز كلها. That's the worst show of all time. How about that?
if we get 300 likes, I'll personally send this hoodie to Hossein and Jordan. There you go.
I ain't never
I'll
gonna wear it.
personally send this hoodie.
I ain't ever gonna wear that crap. So anyway, back to football. Big up Ryan, big up Qusay, big up Felipe, big up everyone for the super chats. Make sure you're all liking, subscribing. Onana تفضل يا مصطفى يا حبيبي يا وردي عشان انت بدك ريد كاربت عشان تحكي.
ليه الانسلت؟ ما علينا. سالت ده. Yeah, إنسان غريب والله. Anyways, Onana, yes. So if anyone said yesterday we haven't talked about Onana in a while, it's because you're probably just not watching, which is weird to me. If you're not watching our shows, then what are you doing? What's better than that? You know,
Not friends.
this is a better show. We can agree on that. Yes. So Onana, any moment now, we're waiting for the here we go from Fabrizio. You know, everything is set, everything is complete. Mo's been weeping online and on Twitter. Oh, they're moving him out of the club against his will. It's a shame. They're only paying 50 million for him. It's a disgrace. Man. Just give me my goalkeeper already. Send him to send him
You're
on
on to Mu'min
preseason.
already. You're
Why
on
do you
to Mu'min?
think? Why do you think when you say this shit that you just said is gonna rattle me? It's
I
not.
didn't
It's
say
not.
it should rattle you.
You didn't.
If
You
you
didn't
said
have
that,
to.
it means you're
You
rattled.
didn't
Then
have to. You
are you
didn't have to
rattled?
put that
Well,
in. Like,
let me
yes,
say
I
something.
am.
If you weren't
I
rattled,
am
why did you feel
sad.
the need to interrupt him?
So I am sad because he talked about me.
See,
Yeah,
that's
talk
different.
about your
So
I'm
tweets.
rattled. So you told me I'm rattled. He talked about
Are
me.
you
He
rattled?
mentioned me. Hussam told him talk about Onana, and instead of talking about Onana, he's talking about Mu'min.
No, I'm
See the
talking about
difference?
Onana and
He's
then
not
brought
talking
in
about.
Mu'min.
He's not talking about the
I'm
goalkeeper.
talking about your tweets. Were your tweets about
He
Onana?
mentioned Onana once. He didn't say anything about his club or anything.
Were your
He
tweets
talked
about Onana?
Mu'min. My tweets about a goalkeeper that was with our club and my
So it's
management.
relevant. I'm talking about Onana.
Why
Your
you're
tweets about
mentioning me?
Onana.
Why
Yeah,
you're
it's
mentioning
relevant
me?
because it's relevant to the topic. You're
Am
a
I
part,
playing for your club? Did I
you're,
sell you my goalkeeper? Did
Habibi,
you
you're a part of
negotiate
the
with me?
show. You're a part of the show, so we
Okay,
have to bring you in.
Did you negotiate with me?
Of course not. No, you're in.
Okay.
You're
Did
on
you buy
vacation
him from me?
from your club, yeah, not from you personally.
Not from me. Did I like say that anything about him staying at the club? No, I said that the management will sell him.
Oh
So
no, I know.
why
I
are
didn't
you
say any of
coming
that. I'm
here?
just saying you're upset that he's leaving.
One sec.
And Ozzy, why you're defending him, Ozzy? Well, I
No,
don't
I'm
get
just
it.
saying. I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
get it.
I'm just saying.
What is going on here? Why is
you're-
is that
you're
two
the-
Man United fans like gangbangers? What is going on? You guys like go like talk about your
Whoa,
club.
Yes, Saturday,
What
ya
is
Rab.
going on?
I don't think we can say that.
Pause.
We can say
Pause.
that.
Where are we going with this? This
What's
ain't
going
Adam
on here?
22's channel. This ain't Adam
What
22's
is-
channel. Everyone chill out, bro. This ain't that
What is
channel.
this?
This is a football
Bro.
channel. Big up
We
Felipe
can't-
for the
we
support.
can't
Thank you,
say
Habibi.
that.
Thank you.
Man
You're welcome, my brother.
spent a week in France, and
you.
all of a sudden he
Thank you.
started with.
And he forgot censorship. Yeah, he forgot what he can and cannot say.
اتذكر حبيبي في flags. We will get flagged حبيبي. Relax.
No,
Anyway,
all I'm saying
Mu'min,
is,
I think the reason he mentioned you is because you're an Inter fan and you are speaking about it
exactly,
and
you're
you're on the show.
representative of Inter Milan. Exactly, you're
طيب.
here representing
مالك
Inter Milan.
معصب حبيبي.
Oh, خلاص. We'll allow it.
بالعادي
Go ahead.
بالعادي it's usually Mustafa who's pissed off already 15 minutes into the show.
How are
I'm
you
just
rattled
pissed off
within
because
the first 5 minutes?
he mentioned like why did he have to mention me here?
يا اخي خلص
Why
هيك
not?
مصطفى ولد
Why
صغير بعد
not?
ما بعرف.
Why not? Why not?
Oh,
You're hotter than my hookah right now. Relax. Your head is hot. It's okay. Relax.
It's very look on my face is very red from the sun.
Is that from the beach or from Mustafa? Which one?
Probably from Mustafa. More from
See,
I
I knew
appreciate
the
the
minute.
honesty.
I knew the minute I mentioned his tweets, he's
No,
gonna be
because the
angry.
people don't know what happens in the group chat. Wallahi,
Ozzy, I want you to carry it on then.
yo, is Staffy's internet breaking up or is it just?
No, I think
No,
that's
Staffy's
you.
internet's not breaking up. Your internet's breaking up. Don't go at my guy Staffy like that.
Because I can hear you and Mo'min fine, but Staffy is frozen in the maddest place. Like he's frozen in the maddest angle. But I'm not going to talk about that. I wanted to say one thing really quickly. And
Take a picture of it so we can use it as a meme.
I'll screenshot it now. I'll send it to you. I need to say something. You guys in the comment sections, you guys don't understand. When we go on the group chat, this is exactly what we get on a regular basis. This is the daily conversation. Staffy being sensitive, non-stop voice notes for no reason. Yeah, Mu'min replying maybe twice every 2 days. You know, Hassan out here being
Mu'min
ignorant.
just sends us beach pictures for some reason. He just sends us beach pictures. You know,
We just
I
be
think
deep
he's
in a
kinda annoying us.
conversation. Yeah, it's just like a deep conversation. Then Mo comes in with a picture of the beach, and he's like, "All right, guys, everyone, calm down. Don't curse out each other."
Yeah,
And then he
I'm in
dips for
Tanta,
5
guys. I mean Sardinia, guys. So make sure
Yeah.
you guys are
Mansoura.
calming down.
He's vlogging for us in the group chat. It's crazy.
Mu'min vlogs in the group chat, man.
Like these guys are like you guys are like talking to each other like all this that what are the audio things that you guys send the voice messages. And then I'm like sitting by the beach with my wife or like drinking Aperol spritz and stuff. And then I'm like
Drinking what, sorry?
50,000
just
Aperol spritz. No, خلاص. It's
مشروب
done.
خواجات.
It's over now. It was
مشروب
Tanta.
مشروب
It was
خواجات.
Tanta.
Drinking عصير قصب.
Wallah,
Anyway.
one change.
I would love some عصير قصب right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I would love some
So
عصير قصب
Mustafa,
with it.
tell me your thoughts حبيبي. يلا خلصنا. يا Onana, تفضل.
My thoughts are already known, bro. Great signing. Can't wait for it to happen. On a serious note, no, wallahi, like I think it's a great deal for the price. I think this is actually why Mo is not happy with the price, because he feels like he's worth more. Obviously, on the opposite side, I could be happy with it because I do agree with him. He probably was worth more, and getting him for 50 to 55 million euros, I think it's a very good buy this summer. You know, looking at all the prices going around, everyone being valued at 70 and 80 and 90 and 100 mil, and we're getting one of the best goalkeepers in the world, top 3 in my opinion. You can argue top 5 for most people, and we're getting him for a good price. He revolutionizes this team the minute he comes in. I'm excited for him to come in for preseason because, you know, historically we would always get our deals past the line late. So these players wouldn't get preseason. They wouldn't get time to, you know, get to know the team and bring up their fitness and gel with the team or whatever. So I'm happy that this deal looks like it's getting done before our preseason in the USA.
Mo, I know
Honestly,
you just didn't see that super chat, yeah, man. There is no way you just didn't see that super chat.
I
You know,
don't,
this
I
guy,
don't
the
understand
guy
that
who sent
super
the
chat.
super chat is Egyptian as well, Afikra. Look at this moment.
I
Akhi
think Sam
Sam, did
does.
Mu'min swim to Italy just to take a picture? Dear me.
What did he say? Does swim to Italy just to take a picture? I don't get that.
I think he asked, like, did you swim? Not does swim.
Did you swim to Italy just to take a picture, Moment? That's his
Did you,
question.
From
did you
America? Yes, from America, yes.
That's what he's trying.
I did
Have
swim.
a passport. That's what he's trying to ask you.
Retired Zlatan, show me your name. And if you live in Egypt, you can swim to Italy with a boat or something, being an
That's
illegal
true.
immigrant or
Mediterranean
something.
Sea, right there. Boom.
Yeah, you can. Yes, but I don't, bro. I fly there.
Yeah, don't swim
No,
though, guys.
I
We're
don't.
just joking.
So,
Let us
no,
declare.
you can swim. If you want to escape Egypt, retire Zlatan or whoever his name is, you can go and go on a boat and something. Maybe you can sink on the way there.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you guys realize from minute one, Motman's been on smoke. I swear he's
He's
right
been on
easily
smoke.
today, you know.
This is why I told
Hey,
you
he's
guys I
about to be
miss
on
I miss
smoke.
angry
See?
Mo. Here's this guy again.
Comedian, Onana's not a top 5 goalkeeper in the world, doll.
Here we go, Comdine. Here we go.
Comedian is so concerned about everything that I say. It's so weird.
I don't get it.
You don't have to
Comdine,
agree
who
with
does he
me.
support? Who does he support?
Wallah, I don't know. I
Liverpool.
wish I knew.
Arsenal. Why people like why some Arsenal fans are the only ones? Even Liverpool fans are saying we will agree he's below Alisson. He's maybe like third. Arsenal fans, and I noticed that on Twitter, are the only ones that get so annoyed when anybody mention that Onana is top 5. Because we
they
never
want
mention
Ramsdale, yeah.
Yes.
Well, but funny enough,
And I don't get it. Like
he's the most expensive. I think he's the most expensive goalkeeper in the world in terms of worth right now on transfer market. Ramsdale, it's crazy. If you look at it,
he's a good goalkeeper, bro. He doesn't listen. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm just gonna say it like this. Ederson is a game changer. Alisson is definitely a game changer. Onana, based on what we saw, is a game changer. Ramsdale isn't. It's as simple as that. like you could be a good goalkeeper. It's
Ramsdale.
Well,
also, I want to ask Ozan, why is he only asking more Safi? Why is he saying fuck Ozzy for? Like what?
Because a lot of people don't think Ozzy's Egyptian.
Guys, Ozzy, والله يا أخي وعرض أختي Ozzy Egyptian. Yeah, والله العظيم Ozzy Egyptian. How many times do I have to plug?
Yeah, people think I'm the odd one out. It's crazy.
Guys,
Racismo.
let me give you just a quick
Racismo.
let me give you just a quick 10-second educational moment, okay? For the love of Allah, understand this. There are white Arabs, there are black Arabs, there are brown Arabs, there is bronze Arabs. We come in all colors. We are from the northeast and middle and from the northeast, from the Middle East and North Africa. Those are the Arab regions. So you get people looking all completely different, you know. Bro, there are ginger Jordanians, there are blonde Jordanians, there are black Jordanians, there are white Jordanians, there are bronze like you get from all different angles. And then Zlatan saying, no thanks, I don't like being food for shark. Mo, don't get vexed. Also, Zlatan, I noticed something with you before we carry on with the football. This is what he does with the super chat, okay? Look at how you're such a smart ass. You think people won't notice? This is what he does, okay? His first super chat is $5.04. And then the second one is 5.05. I don't know why you're dealing with such exact numbers, yani. You wanna increase 1 in 1,000, heck.
Actually, he is actually I think he's actually retired Zlatan. I think he's in America. If he's
Yeah,
super
he is.
chatting with
He's
Living
an
in
dog,
he's
I think
LA.
a
he's in
Egyptian who
America
lives
as
in the
well.
US, like you.
To be Egyptian living in America على فكرة عادي.
Yeah.
He's using every penny left in his bank account. That's why he's using the
He's trying to
56.
calculate exactly.
So back to the football. خلاص بكفي خلينا نحكي شوي على الكرة. Mustafa, why did you mention Mo's tweet though on a reel before we just speak about Onana?
I mean, as I said, I just wanted to use it as a way to rattle him, and it worked perfectly because all I had to say was Mo, just said his name, and he went crazy, you know. But I just want my goalkeeper, bro. You know, I don't want to read all these tweets about, oh, Inter are running us like what he said, like
I'm
a
not
custom,
tweeting them for you, so
a
you can just
custom
unfollow me then.
He's so
I don't
angry,
get it.
bro.
Like I'm like directing these
Taffy,
tweets
hit
exactly
unfollow
to
if you
like
don't like
you know
the content.
I tweet
I like Mo. Why would I unfollow Mo?
I normally tweet about the Premier League, but in this situation I directed these tweets to Inter fans, right? And I got a reaction, all Inter fans, right? Some other fans respond, and then Staffy comes, Mo is rattled. I'm like, what is this?
You are
What
rattled,
is
bro.
this?
Because you didn't
He
want your
literally got
goalkeeper
me
to
rattled.
leave.
He literally, dude. It's not my decision, and it's a decision
Halas,
that
that
was
was the
made
goal
by.
then, Mo.
We can talk about Inter all day and how these people are holding the club at ransom and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like these people are holding the club hostage. And I had the analogy on Twitter earlier, but they just sold. If Allison was sold for 70 million euros 5 years ago, how is here you go, Sam, you're back. How is Onana sold for 50 million euros nowadays after reaching the Champions League final? That means they just, and he said he didn't even want to leave. He didn't mind going to Man United, but he was happy at Inter. He made connections with the fans, and he built a life there in Milan. And then now, because the management of Inter did this before, they shipped players against their will. They told them, "Listen, you have to go. It's our choice. You're our
You have
asset.
become
You have to
more
go."
of a seller's club, Mo,
Your
because
club
of
is broke.
financial. Yeah, it's because of
It's
The thing
financial.
about it is
Chinese
that we weren't
regulations.
just 3 years ago. We weren't. We spent 220 million in one window, just 3 years ago. It's which is very strange, but for me, I have to sit here and accept it. But I won't accept it. I'm boycotting everything. I'm not
Was
buying.
it partially because of some of the incoming?
They said because of COVID. They said because of COVID, but it's not. It's the Chinese government. I don't want to talk politics, but the Chinese government, rightfully so for their country, put restrictions on foreign investments for Chinese companies. So they can't do anything. So they have to be self-sufficient. So they couldn't. They spent a lot of money and they took loans and they couldn't pay them back. So that what happened. So now, listen, they are steering the ship. Okay, we signed Marcos Thuram for free. We got Fratesi, which is someone who everybody wanted. And we signed 3 players left and right. But we are selling our best players. My problem is when we sold Lukaku to Chelsea, I wasn't happy. But at the end, okay, 150 million euros is decent money for Lukaku. Who can say no? Hakimi, 70 million euros. Who can say no? But Onana for 50 million for Man United, to take your spot, Stuffy. But this is by far now the best value for money in the Premier League market at the moment.
I agree with you.
Even with the McAllister deal. Because the difference in McAllister...
You're doing too much now. Wallah, you're doing too much.
لا
Why?
I'll tell you why
You
he's
don't
not
want me
wrong.
to talk?
ثواني
I'm gonna
يا
explain
McAllister
it.
is, of
Maybe we
course, better value for
disagree.
money.
Maybe we disagree. Because
Of
before
course,
this,
he's better value for money. I think you're just overrating the crap out of Onana now.
No,
So-
Hussam. Does
say that again.
McAllister coming to
I'm
your
not getting...
team? He
Yeah,
said you're
stop being
overrating
biased.
Onana.
مرة بحياتك stop being biased, please.
How am I being biased? McAllister is
being
the
very
best
biased.
value for
I'm
money
gonna
deal so
explain
far.
it. I'm gonna explain it, and you let me know. Okay. McAllister to Liverpool does not change the whole of Liverpool.
ختمنا على لساني.
Onana to Man United just
That's good.
change everything about how they play football.
Okay, perfect.
Even if you think he's overrated in shot stopping and everything, the way he plays from the back changes everything about how they play football, changes where the back line stands, where the fullback stands on the pitch, where the defensive midfielders position himself on the pitch. He changes everything. You can disagree with me, probably shot stopping or everything, but the way they want to play football, it completely changes everything. McAllister doesn't. McAllister adds to your team. Before this, by the way, we did the show on Never a Foul, and I rated McAllister as the highest value for money, the highest transfer as of now in the league. Now, this Onana for 50 million, I thought they would pay more, right? But 50 million for Onana is a steal. 50 million euros. You pay 35 million pounds. They paid 43 million pounds. It completely changes the way they play. You're going to see. Well, I hope.
Moment, can I just cut you off really quickly? Sorry, because I don't want to.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The style of play starts with the goalkeeper. That's why Mu'min's 100% right. You get a goalkeeper that can play out from the back, it completely changes the mindset and the style of play, right? I know some aspects of United's style of play and the players that they have doesn't match with Onana, because we spoke about it previously in the previous episode for Ahwa, or the one that I was in. I wasn't in the previous one, but Onana is a step in the right direction. And in any other case, we would have got him for 60, 70, 80 upwards million pounds. 50 million euros is a steal. Absolute steal. And I respect Inter for that, because whenever United try to get a player, we always get the United tax. Right? And Staffy will tell you. So for us to get him 50 million euros is an absolute steal. But it's mostly because Inter need the money. We don't know why Inter need the money. They're not that stable financially.
I think they just decided that they want to sell him, and Man United this summer, they have balls somehow. Okay, somehow they didn't budge for Mason Mount. They didn't budge for because Inter started with 70 million euros. That's why Chelsea were okay. People want to say Chelsea offered 35 million. I don't believe that. I think Chelsea were priced out when they asked Inter. They inquired about him and they said no, we'll sell him for 70 million euros. And Chelsea said no, we're not selling. We're not paying that. So I think Man United said no, we're not paying more than this. And at the end, the team that budged and bent, Inter did. Like Chelsea at the end, they valued Mason Mount at 80. You remember Mason Mount 75, 80 million, and at the end, he was sold for 50 plus 5 or something, or 55 or 53 plus something. Man United somehow this summer are showing.
Every time you say Mount's name, Staffy gets constipated directly. It's insane.
I didn't say anything. I accepted it.
Zalami Moment just said Mount as an example of this guy. His face changed.
Yeah,
still on for the debate. We are comedian, but just give me a bit of time, inshallah.
Comedian. Hold on. Comedian. If you want to go one-on-one with the great one, you have to prove yourself. I haven't seen it on this channel yet. I haven't seen you do anything with Hussam. You just come on Al-Ahwa every time and try.
Did he just call himself the best?
Yeah, I said one-on-one with the great one.
This is such a shit take.
So you're not even you're the great one.
معنا الأخ مارك جولدبريدج من نيويورك. هدي أعصابك حبيبي. إيش فيه؟
I just need to see this guy. I need to watch him at least once. Anything. This guy hasn't proven himself. He wants to prove himself.
Okay, you know what we'll do? Next time I'll do a call-in show. I'm a DM you, so you can come on the call-in show. So we can send a tape of you on the call-in show to this idiot. But we are on. And thanks so much as well for supporting the channel on a reel. You've supported the channel a lot. Big up to you, my brother. I appreciate you. So here's the thing with the whole McAllister argument and Onana and blah, blah, blah. I'm being objective. You're saying he's going to change the way they play. But the reason why I think that's a poor argument is you look at all the transfers, like changing the way a club plays is probably going to be Onana only in the entire Premier League, to be fair. Maybe Declan Rice a little bit for Arsenal will change the way they play. Maybe, I'd say, to an extent. But when it comes to like changing the way you play, I don't think that's a realistic argument. In terms of value for money, it's definitely McAllister.
What is it?
No, hold on. Let me explain.
Can you explain why is that? I'm sorry, Staffy. Why is that relevant? I'm sorry. Can you elaborate more? Why what you said, that sentence that you said, when it's only one club that can change the way they play, why is that relevant?
No, I said it's one transfer. I think you look at the transfers happening in the Premier League right now. Onana is the only argument you could make for someone to change the style of play a team plays. Who else can you make that argument for to begin with?
So we don't. But that's why that's the whole argument.
ما هو بينافس حاله يعني مين بينافس على هالسلافة؟ فيش غيره.
What does that mean? This is the whole
meaning he's only competing with himself. He's the only player who's going to change.
This is what I wanted to
Yeah,
say. There's
to
the
change it for the
signings.
best.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
let me explain to you. Stuff. I'm sorry. So let me explain to you, Hassan. Change it for a better, which is what Haaland did. So if you're the only one actually on the market that can do that, that actually increases your value, doesn't decrease it. You
Yeah, I'm
being
not
top
saying it
of the
decreases. I'm
race.
saying
Okay,
there's no
you
competition
being
for that
top of
thing
the
anyway.
you being in the race, you being the only one that can swim in the long pool doesn't mean okay, you're bad. That means you're the only one that can swim in that pool. You
طيب.
were the only one that can swim with the sharks. You are the best. That's the argument. What is that?
His
Okay, but
point,
that's not my point. I'm
بص
saying there's
Let
no
me-
one competing with him for that. Like
Because nobody
award.
can. Because nobody can.
No,
Because
he's
nobody can
saying
swim with the sharks.
he's saying there's no signings that are gonna come in any club and absolutely change everything about their
Thank
team.
you. That's my point.
So that's not a way. That's not a way to basically judge Onana. But I disagree with you because when you look at last season, Haaland came in and he revolutionized that City team. Casemiro, because of the lack of the number 6 that we've had, when he came in, he revolutionized this team. Caicedo,
I have to be one of his own.
Oh, did I not say Haaland? Did I not say Haaland?
In Arabic,
I don't think selective with your hearing.
So why do you say Casemiro then? Casemiro didn't change the way you play.
I'm gonna tell you.
Wait. Casemiro did not revolutionize this Manchester United team last season.
No, revolutionize is such
you
a
are
big
crazy.
word.
Wallah, you are crazy. Because Caicedo, I was about to say Caicedo going into that Chelsea team, if he goes in, he revolutionized that team too. Because they've lacked the 6 for a couple years.
The word revolutionize, you just use it so loosely like that?
What?
Why do you use the word revolutionize so loosely, like it means nothing?
If you look at the names that I mentioned Haaland, Casemiro, and I'm mentioning Caicedo going to Chelsea. So that's 3 examples, and these are 3 big names.
I completely disagree with you on. Okay,
on who,
so you
Caicedo?
had a new coach. No. On Casemiro, you had a new coach. He brought Casemiro. He didn't change the way you play. He is just a competent.
Bro, we got the most clean sheets last season. That season before, we were leaking.
But that was a new coach. So let me give you an example.
Okay, so the manager as well. But the most important signing we made last season was Casemiro. Because we absolutely
you can be the most important signing, but that it change the way a team plays. It can be same way you play, but better.
Yes, 100%.
So Mustafi, you being better with Casemiro doesn't change the way you play. It just makes that way of play maybe 2 levels up.
But he took you guys and absolutely changed this, bro.
Can I give you an example of someone that I believe changed the way a team plays? Virgil van Dijk, 2018 January.
Yes.
Okay, and that's one too, yeah.
The line moved up 15 yards right away.
Directly, just by Van Dijk.
Day one. Just Van Dijk steps on the pitch, the line moved up 15 yards. Everybody got compact more. The press is easier. Everything is easier on the pitch. That's changing the way the defensive line stands. Casemiro stay still. Your defense still defended deep away from home. You still didn't hold the ball as long.
But his impact was very noticeable. I get what you're trying to say.
I absolutely agree with you.
Which is why we're here, where there's a bit of a disagreement, because I think you're looking at it more of the tactical side, which I understand and agree with. But I'm also saying, like, if we didn't get Ten Hag in and we had another manager, or a manager that said, let's say, Ellie wasn't there anyways, but if someone stayed and we still got Casemiro, he still would have made an impact, which is what I'm trying to say. Unfortunately, now that Ten Hag came in at the same time, you can easily debunk that point. Be like, well, it changed mainly because of the manager, not because of the name. But I have seen my team long enough for a few years, lacking a real number 6 for years. We've had Matic when he was washed. So I've seen my team for years lack a number 6.
But that doesn't mean it revolutionized, man. Here's the thing. You guys used to play 4-3-3, okay? You want to hear the reality? The reality was McFred together were the DM because both are not good enough. عرفت؟ قصدي على فكرة إذا بدك تاكل الكل براحتك يعني. McFred is McFred was the DM together because they both suck. So they put their collective thing into being the DM. So Casemiro, because he's obviously better than both, you know, he made that happen, but he didn't revolutionize. You know,
I'm talking about it in terms of an impact, but you're talking about it in terms of more of tactic, which is why I see where,
كلمة revolutionize كبيرة. It's a big thing.
It's the weight of the word that you're using.
Yes.
Like when you're using Van Dijk as an example, he did change the way that they played, and what we're talking about.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Casemiro, you're arguing a different point.
I get what you mean. Because it looks like
team, he added quality, and he was that missing piece that the team needed. But he didn't
made a huge
revolutionize
impact.
the way that United play. You feel me? That's the difference that they're trying to say. You can argue that Onana revolutionized the style of play. He will revolutionize the way United play different, more than Casemiro. Casemiro is a better player, and he has a bigger impact.
Thank you. 100%.
Okay, I see your point, but maybe
yeah,
I could have used
the
a
point is
different
different. عرفت?
Exactly.
Revolutionize
Anyway,
versus improve the team. Because here's the
dwelling.
thing, McAllister. No, let me just say one thing. McAllister could make Liverpool a lot better than Onana could, but Onana is gonna revolutionize because he's gonna change the way you play the sport. But let me ask, Comdian here is sent in a very smart super chat. I see what you're doing, Comdian. He says Onana's decent with his hands. He changed the playing style of United, but Ramsdale did that for Arsenal, which none of you can deny. Coming from Leno, that doesn't make it the better deal. What do you say regarding this? Because Ramsdale did change the way they play football. It's a reality.
No, take it to Momin, because Momin was the one that had a problem with Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm asking Momin.
He didn't. I think the way Saliba came to the pick, the Zinchenko being there, I think even Ramsdale the season before, they didn't play the same football. All I have to tell you that the way they played football the season before last is different than the way the football they played this season, which means the people that affected that is Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, and Saliba, and Ben White moving to the right back. It isn't Ramsdale. I know Arsenal fans, I know Comdine, you want to believe that. All I'm going to tell you, my man, whatever makes you sleep at night, it's all right.
Loves that.
It's
loves
all
that
great.
You guys are always disingenuous towards Arsenal, man. Ramsdale.
Wallahi, I'm not. Wallahi, see the difference? See, Hassan, you saying that, but I bigged up Zinchenko, Saliba, Ben White, and I said that they changed the way they play. So seeing it differently,
but Saliba and Ben White,
I'm disrespecting them.
The way Arsenal play. They didn't change the way Arsenal play.
Actually, let me tell you the difference. You can tell when Saliba got injured that playing from the back with Rob Holding or even Kivior is a little bit different than having Saliba. Saliba, for some reason, has a better first touch, can hit the ball as a pass. Like when he clears the ball, he just clear it. When the long ball comes, he tries to put it to somebody else. Like Van Dijk does this. Konate doesn't. Konate clears. Van Dijk sometimes passes the clearance to somebody. So he starts the ball, starts the attack again. I feel that Saliba, him being there in the Arsenal team, changed everybody around him. Everybody may be more confident.
No, I understand, but that doesn't mean he changed the way Arsenal play football. I think he gave everyone confidence 100%, but Arsenal will playing open, expensive under Arteta anyway. I think Ramsdale has a bigger argument for changing Arsenal style because they went from a non-passing goalkeeper in Leno to someone who is very good at passing the football.
He's okay. He's good, but still, I think my argument about Arsenal is that the season before last, if you watch Arsenal, they're completely different in terms of how they played to the season that just last season when they came second. And Ramsdale was there both seasons. He was there the season before. He was the main goalkeeper. And they still okay. They were good, expensive football, yes, but they weren't great. While you watch him with Saliba and how they started playing football, and they look completely different.
Yeah, but that's Saliba's quality, yani, because Saliba's quality player.
No, I thought the style of play completely changed. I thought.
Can I ask a genuine question? Because there's a war happening in the comment section right now, right? Genuinely, if you could choose between Onana and Ramsdale right now, and if you're in the comment section, I would like to see. I'm just curious because people are actually battling it through. Just one name: Ramsdale or Onana.
Let me remind you of something. Before they got Ramsdale,
Arsenal fans would choose anybody that plays for Arsenal Football Club over.
But they wanted Onana. They wanted Onana when he was in Ajax. So let's not pretend that they didn't want him at some point. Before they got Ramsdale, they wanted Onana.
You're getting cussed out by Comdian, by the way.
Comedian
also,
is obsessed with
you didn't even know Liverpool are playing 3-5 at the end of the season. What do I have to prove? At you saying he has to prove himself.
Bro, Comdian got picked.
I'm gonna jump to Staffy's defense here. It means he didn't care about Liverpool because they were in the mirror, and he didn't care about
Liverpool. كان كل ماتش رياكشن تاع ليفربول قاعد لنا زي الكلب بستنى فينا نخسر. فكرش انه he didn't care. كان قاعد بستنى تري send me the link. I want to dunk on these Liverpool fans. جاي تضحك علينا ما كانش يحضر ليفربول كان يصحى من طيز الصبح يحضر
كذاب والله.
Yo, Comdian.
So you weren't there on the Liverpool match reaction? Lie now. Lie in front of the
Which
people.
one? Which
Lie in
one?
front.
Which
I dare you lie right now.
Which
It's all
one?
recorded. It's stuff
After
on
we drew,
YouTube, bro.
we drew 1-1 to Aston Villa at Anfield. You were there
Oh
or
yeah, I
no?
was on that one, of course. I was.
Oh, you were on there. I thought you didn't care about United. وانت مؤمن بحكي قاعد وانت هيك مبلش يس وانت بتعك وانت يعني
يا
اساس
أخي,
Bro,
you
I didn't
embarrass me,
control what
Staffy.
most.
You
No.
embarrass
هو
me.
يا حبيبي
مؤمن
اديني
never
فرصة
backed
اتكلم ما
Staffy in an
تعصبنيش.
argument.
This guy
Never.
said I didn't watch Liverpool. I let him finish. That's not even the point. Mo was just trying to defend it. I appreciate that. I did watch Liverpool towards the end of the season, but this guy asked me about a systematic question.
Okay, say the truth from the start.
You can talk about the lineup. Lineup and systems are not the exact same thing because the system includes the tactics. I explained why tactically they were slightly different. You can all line up 3-5-2 all you want or 3 whatever, 3-4-3, but it doesn't mean you play the same style of football because City did the same thing. Did City play the same style of football towards the end of the season as Liverpool did? Systematically, yeah, they looked like they lined up the same. Were they playing the same football? No, they weren't. Khalas, that's my point. If he doesn't understand that, that's on him.
Mo lasted 20 seconds in the Staffy Defense League. Hey, that was hey, 20 seconds and he was gone.
20 seconds.
Big up Jamie for the super chat. Empty super chat there, my brother, but thank you for the super chat. By the way, guys, before we just carry on with the super chats and kind of move on to the Liverpool side of things and a little bit touch more on Nana, guys, there is 420 people watching us. We cannot be not on 200 likes. What is this behavior? Ozzy has just finished a 14-hour shift. Mo has just done a 14-hour shift on the beach, and Staffy, he's just hearing it. But like anyway. So make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel right now.
I was doing laundry.
Yalla like the video. It's a free button. Like it right now. Saliba and Zinchenko changed the way Arsenal played this season, but Ramsdale did it the year before. We went from 3-4-3 to 4-3-3 the year he came.
So it's not. So let me explain this in quick. Allah. Okay, Comdeen, I know you keep sending super chats. I know Hussam appreciate it.
We
all say thank you. Say thank you.
All appreciate it. Thank you so much. We can keep doing this, but simply changing the formation from 3-4-3 to 4-3-3 is not what I'm talking about. You can absolutely have the same exact formation, but change the style of play. Like City started the season with a number 9, but they were more focused on the number 9 instead of focused on the wingers scoring the goals. Like Liverpool at the moment, they are focused on the wingers getting the goal, right? When Gakpo drops deep, one of the midfielders goes forward, even though it might be the same formation. That's what I'm talking about. The defensive line can stand outside the 18 or can stand 20 yards away from the 18. That's what I'm talking about. It's not only...
Just a quick thing. Wallahi, it feels like Comdian woke up today. He got paid from work, and he knew he was coming for Staffy. He said, "I'm gonna have this budget for Staffy."
Bro, I don't know what beef he has with me. I've never seen him in my life. I've never beefed with him on a chat.
Calm down. I would like to publicly say,
it's not beef, bro. Staffy, it's not beef.
I'd like to publicly clarify something on behalf of This Is Football. We welcome all the fuck Staffy energy. Continue to send in super chats to say fuck Staffy. We all support you. Please understand, there is no one who thinks fuck Staffy more than me, Ahmed, and Mu'min. We agree with you, Habib.
I would smoke him like I'm smoking shisha anyways.
I don't.
Oh, you lasted 20 seconds in the Staffy Defense League.
I don't. I'm not defending
20
him.
20 seconds and he's like, oh, Staffy, you're embarrassing me. Now,
but Staffy, I don't get it. Why you're annoyed? This is, you're on the screen.
Where am I annoyed, bro? What is your definition of annoyed? If I'm sitting here with a shisha and I'm talking to you guys,
no, I'm not saying you're annoyed. You just said why he has beef with you. He doesn't have any beef, bro. He's just trying to have a conversation with you.
What's wrong with you, Staffy? Apologize to Comdian right now.
For what?
Apologize now.
What did I say to him?
Bro.
You accused him of having beef with you. Ain't no beef.
Yeah, just looking annoying, just being annoying and jarring. Just apologize to the guy.
Like you come on the show just to piss me off. Go back to your 14-hour shift. Next time we're doing the show when you can't make it because I'm getting fed up with you.
Habibi, every time you're on the show, I'm making it from now on. I'm just here to piss you off. I'm gonna be here before you be here. Wallah al-azim asiba.
On his laptop. هيك بدي اياك تضغط لي pressure all the time.
They're obsessed with me, bro. It's not good. It's not good.
I can't lie, Arsenal fans, all jokes aside, I actually said it from the beginning because I want to keep the logic consistent. I agree with what Arsenal Telida is saying. Arsenal helped, Ramsdale helped massively in the build-up play since he's come. Do we forget logic when it comes to Arsenal? We've been playing up the back before Saliba, and our style play is very similar, just more quality now. I agree. If you're going to say Onana changed the way United play football, then you have to say Ramsdale changed the way that Arsenal played football simply because Leno was their previous keeper. We have to keep the energy same.
just a heads up. Hossein is notoriously the biggest Arsenal hater. When I first knew Hossein on Spaces, biggest Arsenal hater.
That was a different time in my life.
Is a bad time in your life? Yeah.
Yeah, a different time in my life.
Did he put LFC for the double comment? The last one?
Liverpool till I die saying, as an outsider, Ramsdale definitely changed Arsenal's build-up play. Thank you. I can't be the crazy one here. And I thought he was brilliant last year. There's not much between him and Onana, in my opinion.
He's a great
comment section. Do you think there's that much difference between Onana and Ramsdale?
Is he?
Onana's more in his peak than Ramsdale when he came in. I think Ramsdale improved under Arteta anyways. Like, he brought him in to play certain style of football. But the levels Ramsdale was in at the time when he came in wasn't as high as Onana. No, but because like we have to be very honest here.
You're actually pissed off at this whole Onana.
Listen, can I just say something? You can be good with your Claudio. Listen, you can be good at your feet with your feet. There's a lot of goalkeepers in the world that are good with their feet.
Please don't tell me you're about to say Claudio Bravo. Please don't tell me you're about to say Claudio Bravo.
Listen, the difference is, let me just explain to you. Claudio Bravo played for Barcelona. Okay, listen, you just don't understand my point. Claudio Bravo played with Barcelona. There are goalkeepers that have 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10 with their feet. Okay, and there are goalkeepers that are 3, and there are goalkeepers that are completely different level, 8s and 9s. Okay, you're comparing someone who is good with his feet, Ramsdale, right? He is okay with his feet. He's good. He's better than Leno, better than most goalkeepers you see in the league. The difference is Henderson and Onana are exceptional in it. That's why what I'm saying change. Yes, Ramsdale helped them. I'm not going to sit here and assume and say that Ramsdale is the same as Leno, but Ramsdale doesn't change the way a coach put his team on the pitch. That's what I'm saying.
Can we stop the overhype? I'm sick of Arsenal fans overhyping Ramsdale. All due respect to the Arsenal fans in the comment section. The guy has nothing on Onana. Let's just say how it is. He's a great shot stopper, all right? But comparing him and basing him as a great goalkeeper and the fact that he changed Arsenal just because he's better than Leno, that's your standard. Your standard is he's better than Leno, so he changed the way Arsenal played. The reason why Arsenal plays so well is because Arteta. He's been thinking about it, and he's created a team that plays great football, right? And he's learned from Pep. Let's just say it how it is. But Ramsdale is a great piece as a shot stopper. He's a great goalkeeper. I don't think he touches Onana on when it comes to.
Did someone just quote a FIFA rating and said, "Here we go"? Like, what is happening here?
No way. You can't say that. Wallahi,
Emerson Royal at some point, I think Spurs bought him because he was in Team of the Year in the Ultimate Team in the La Liga 1 year, and I think they got tricked and bought him. They did exactly what he did. They watched someone played FIFA. Yeah.
D says we changed to playing out from back when Ramsdale came. We played 4-2-3-1 with Ahwa. We changed to 4-3-3 without him. We then improved quality with Saliba and Zin. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even trying to do this for the comments. I actually genuinely believe that. I agree with you. I think Ramsdale.
Anyway,
because
let's agree to disagree, bro. I don't know.
Because Leno was a shot stopper. Ramsdale did change the way they play. By the way, De Gea is a better shot stopper. De Gea is a better shot stopper than Leno. Actually, let me even take it a step further. De Gea is better than Leno.
He's gonna do something completely. He's gonna say.
دقيقة. One second. Let me tell you. De Gea is better than Leno with his feet and as a shot stopper. So Ramsdale coming in for Leno is a massive upgrade on the feet. So they change the way they play football. Okay. D, I completely agree with you there. I completely agree with you. Ramsdale is also for.
Maybe it's the level. Malish, 1 second, just before you go. It's the level. Are we comparing Leno here? Yani, are we comparing? I'm asking you because you're the one that's bringing up the Arsenal fans.
Okay, you're the one who has De Gea before Onana. That's not my fault.
And I'll be the first one to tell you he's trash, but he's a great shot stopper.
Okay, man, that's the point they're making. Just like you went from De Gea to Onana, they went from Leno to Ramsdale.
The one thing I was impressed.
Isn't that a fair argument? Wallah, that's a fair argument.
The one thing I was impressed with the most from Ramsdale from last season was his goalkeeping skills, his shot stopping, the amount of saves he made, and the one the game that I want to highlight is the one against Liverpool, the one that you played against him. You should have won that game at Anfield, right? And we would have been in trouble for the top 4 race, but it was Ramsdale. He kept them in that title shot, so in that title race. So he's not great. He's not amazing from the back, bro. He doesn't pass the ball like crazy. When you add quality from the back in the defense, like Zini and Saliba, that's what brings composure.
Okay, I hear your
Newton,
argument.
But yeah,
Okay,
you
come
get
down
the
says
point. You get the point. You get the point.
Ramsdale is also 4 years younger. Ramsdale got way more potential. Ramsdale is also better than Onana with his hands. You know, Comdian, there's an Arabic saying, since we're all 4 Arabs, there's an Arabic saying, Al Maidan ya Hmaidan. To the battlefield we go, Habibi. Next season, we will see.
hope Onana fails and we get him back on loan like we did with Lukaku. I hope that happens.
See, that's an amazing da'wah. Inshallah, all Man United fail, ya Rab. Big up to Hyberi Ultra says, Wallahi al-Azim, Staffy hasn't watched more than 10 Onana games. I get Rihanna made a song about him and his name is fancy. Doesn't mean he's world class. On your head top, Ozzy Hayawan, on your head top. Big up to
You
you.
notice something. The people that are rattled.
Can you deny that you watched 10 Onana games? Be honest.
He said Stuffy, he didn't say Ozzy.
He said Staffy. Why said Ozzy on your head top?
No, sorry, by mistake. Staffy, go ahead. Deny this. I dare you.
You know what's funny? I would love who's that?
Deny it now.
Hybrid Ultra. استنى اديني فرصة اتكلم بقى. Hybrid Ultra. Please go find me a video where I claimed to have watched 10 games or more.
He hasn't watched 10 games. You were right.
But that's what I said. But I never said that. But here's the issue. Okay, the guy that's making the biggest case for Onana is Mo. This guy's coming at me. The guy who watched him and saying he's world class, you ignored him and you ignored everything he said, and you're coming to me trying to catch me out as if I claimed anything. Listen. I know you like to support the people in the comments no matter what. These guys pay your bills. I get it. You have love for them. But Habib, if you're gonna send a super chat, don't come to the guy. These are your guys.
If you haven't watched 10 games of a player, I'd support his argument even if he sent in a 99.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to support your community. This is your community.
I don't have to support the reality.
See, bro, the reality is the guy that's making the biggest case for Onana. Look, this guy up. Yeah, Habibi, argue with this guy. This guy who watched him said the same thing, but you're trying to come at me. That's a weak way to argue with me. I didn't even say anything.
No. I tell you why
because I said he's top 5. I can watch people's compilations and tell you that.
Wow,
this guy,
you're going to start using comps.
Did you watch Subslice games before he came to you guys? For you to know that he's a good player.
Go watch my video right now.
No, that's a valid point. Answer the question, Hassan.
Okay, I will. Go watch.
You can't rate players without watching their compilations.
Go watch Hussam X Tom Little. I made my 3 that I want. Ideal case scenario, Soboslai was in there. Fadal. Gabel, we were linked with him even. It's 2 months.
That doesn't answer my question. Do you rate him or no?
Of course, and I watched him for Leipzig.
So you rate him and you haven't watched 10 games of him. But
no, I have watched 10 games. I have.
You watched 10 games of Soboslai.
Yes, bros. Listen, some Saturdays and Sundays are boring. I just be watching random.
Then I'll go claim the games that I watched from Ajax a couple seasons ago. And the cup final, the Champions League final,
you know why you're a liar?
The semi-final. Wallahi, I'm not a liar. Don't call me a liar.
You live in the US. In order for you to watch Ajax, you have to wake up at 7 a.m. to watch the Dutch league. Wallahi إنك كذاب. هي يمين. There is no way you wake up.
There is no way you wake up at 7 a.m. The point of the joke was me to mention the rare Ajax games that I watched of him. Okay, what are you talking about the Dutch league for? Yeah, because this guy's saying put 10 games together. I was like, if you want me to say that, then I'll lie about that then.
But you,
so you are lying.
How am I lying when I never said it? I never said I watched him that.
So Hyberi Ultra, essentially your super chat is correct. Final super chat before we move on.
It's hilarious.
Before we move on.
Wallahi, Hussam is so sly. The sliminess of this man is
Bro, الchannel حتتحرق من النفاق. والله العظيم النفاق.
شو وين النفاق بالموضوع؟ وين النفاق؟
You're so sly and you think we don't get it, but wallahi,
where is the nifaq? No, because you have to explain. Where is the nifaq? تفضل. Where is it?
Because you're saying stuff you're lying. How can I be lying if I never claimed that?
طيب, but I'm saying okay, but I'm saying his super chat is correct, and you didn't watch 10 games.
And you haven't watched 10 games of the new Liverpool player.
No, I did watch 10 games of Soboslai. I can tell you where he played from. I can tell you which position he played. I can tell you everything.
Listen. All I'm saying is that guy that was trying to come at me, Hybrid.
Leipzig's DM is Haidara as well. Come on, bro. Don't play with me like I don't know that German league.
You play FIFA and you know the names. Great.
No, wallah, I don't play FIFA. It's on Dubai Sport. It's on Dubai Sport and BN.
مش كمل انا خلاص I can't والله I can't spend energy on
you guys like dwell on like very strange stuff. You watch 10 games. No,
you're
you
the most
watch
corrupt
9
person
games.
on this channel. Please عشان خاطري ما تتكلمش على الدول.
انت لما بتدول like 15 minutes ما تعيش
You
الدور
dwell
انت
on
كمان.
Onana.
I don't. You guys are like back and forth on like 10 games or not 10 games. حتى يعني can you Hussam
هو
told
قال
us
عليك
now he watched
كذاب.
10
Don't
games.
call me كذاب.
Exactly. Can you tell him you're a liar? Tell him you're a liar. وخلاص. Just
Who? Staffy or a liar Staffy?
no. The other way. Like you told Staffy didn't lie, and you said I watched Tabos like 10 games. Can we sit here and tell you you're a liar?
طب قلت
How
له
would we know? How would we know?
You know when you're Arab kids, yeah, and the dad comes and said, "Ta'ala habibi," you got to say sorry to him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's moment right now. I
بوس
can't
راسه.
lie.
ها وانت بوست راسي ولا
This
لسه؟
moment,
Like I
100%.
don't get like Hussam just convinced us that he watched the Bundesliga, even though he watches every Premier League game.
I don't watch
بقول
every
لك
Premier League game.
كذاب.
That's a lie. I stopped watching Chelsea this entire year because I kept sleeping. والله العظيم I stopped
Wallahi, you
sleeping.
and me,
watching
wallahi.
Did you
Wallahi,
sleep
you and
during
me.
the 90 minutes or did you
It's
sleep and not
moment,
watch
let me tell
because
you. It was a game. It was like Chelsea against someone and it ended 1-1. All I did was I put my head on the pillow, 6-hour nap, like that. 6-hour nap. I ruined my sleep schedule because of Chelsea. It was that fucking boring. Akhi.
no
I
joke?
don't
I
watch
fell
that.
asleep during the Liverpool and Chelsea one when it ended 0-0.
Oh, that was a horrible game. I was yawning the
Wallahi, I
entire
actually
watching it.
slept. I fell asleep. I was like, I can't believe what I just
That was a horrible game. That was a horrible game. Akhi Hussam, Onana's exception with the ball at his feet and also a better shot stopper. Ramsdale is better at commanding his area. I think that's a fair comment. I think Ramsdale is very commanding when it comes to like grabbing crosses, stuff like that. بس زلاتان أخي, you understand Arabic. على الميدان يح ميدان. Premier League is about to start أخي. We will see. And listen, time will tell. Is it Onana or Ramsdale? You guys could all not be crazy. Maybe Ramsdale is going to be better. You never know. But big up to you, Zlatan. Listen, big up to Zlatan, Ryan, Qusay, Comdian, Ozan, Jamie, Arsenal till I die, and Liverpool till I die. D and Ultra for the super chats. Big up to you guys. There's 400 people watching us still, even at this time of the night. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. We want to get to 200 likes minimum. We're 30 likes away. So yalla, slap the like button, subscribe. And final topic of the day, because I don't want to keep these guys for too long, because in case you haven't, heard him, because he said it 500 times already, he had a 14-hour shift, so we need to get him gone. So Fabinho, Henderson, the Liverpool situation. I'm always here to talk Man United, and you guys keep crying. So it's your opportunity to talk Liverpool. Whatever you want to say, go ahead, Habibis.
I can't believe how lucky you guys got. Wallah. If there's any news, listen, personal or football, the one piece of news that Hussam would have died for was the was the news that Henderson would be leaving Liverpool. And I can't tell you how much I felt so depressed when I saw the valid news coming out saying that he's actually thinking of going to Saudi. These guys are willing to quadruple his salary to get him out of Liverpool. I've never seen. The Saudis are crazy. Wallah al-Azim. Saudis are actually crazy. Now, I'll say this. I said that you guys weren't going to finish top 4 this season. But if you get rid of Fabinho and you get rid of Henderson, it might be a long one for me. I'm not gonna lie, because those are the two players that I can consistently rely on to fuck your midfield up. Well, consistently. But the issue I have with you guys is if you get rid of your two defensive midfielders, who do you have to play?
Lavia.
If you get
19-year-old.
Lavia. Oh, we're gonna get Lavia. Trust me.
Is that a 19-year-old?
He's still
relying on a
19-year-old. Young, inexperienced. Now he's got to hold the whole midfield on his
يا أخي أنت
shoulders.
تسألني سؤال أنا جاوبت Lavia. That's the player. Suddenly now Lavia is not good. You all would have taken.
Who said he's not good? Who said he's not
طب
good?
خلاص, okay, let's speak the truth then. يلا.
The truth is a good player, but the truth is also that you can't throw in a 19-year-old in a team and expect to compete for the league. I don't think that's feasible at all. I was okay with Henderson leaving.
Yeah, carry on. Sorry, Staffy, carry on.
Henderson leaving, I think that's a good thing, because I think he's a complete liability on this team. But, Fabinho leaving and then bringing in Lavia, I don't think this is a step forward. I think Lavia being added.
I don't want Fabinho to leave. I agree with you completely.
Yeah, I think Fabinho staying and adding Lavia is a good move. But Lavia, let me make this straight for all big teams that are in for Lavia. Lavia going in, plus your already existing midfielder at DM, that's a good signing.
Yes.
Lavia going in and any of your DMs leaving, I don't think that's a good signing.
Facts.
That's for Man United, that's for Liverpool, that's for Arsenal, anyone else who's in it. Because
you
I think
you put Lavia with Casemiro is peak for the whole
Yeah.
league. It's peak.
Can
You don't have
we
a
say
defensive
something
midfielder
about
to match
Lavia?
and match with. You don't have
Before we go on, a lot of people in the chat are keep asking Hussam and keep asking me about Inter. Guys, this is football. Here we're talking about the Premier League now. It's not that I don't talk about my club. I do talk about Inter a lot, but we're not here to talk about Inter, and I can answer any questions. But there is only that amount of time to talk about Onana, Liverpool. I can talk about Inter all day if you want to know anything, but I know you guys just want to banter, so I'm not gonna give you that. We're moving on.
And
to
by the way, you
Liverpool.
know how I know they're lying? If you start an Inter topic, suddenly 100 people would disappear from the video. They're lying.
Exactly, I know
They're
that
lying.
for a fact.
كذابين يا كذابين يا comment section جاي تضحكوا علينا. Oh, let's talk about Inter. If I open an Inter
Ask
topic,
more about Lukaku. Okay, let me tell you about Lukaku, guys, because this is Premier League related. I said it a month ago that I actually value Lukaku only on a loan for free. Chelsea have to give Inter Lukaku for free. This is it. I said Lukaku isn't worth 30 million, isn't worth 25 million, isn't worth 20 million at this time because this is his last contract and he is a mercenary. He every single badge he played for. He doesn't care about Inter, doesn't care about anybody. He just wants people to appreciate him. That's it.
If you
About
cared
Henderson,
so much, he would have joined Saudi. He would have gone to Saudi Arabia, but he hasn't gone.
he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. He only wants to go
rates
to
himself.
Inter because he knows that the fans like him.
He rates himself
That's
much
why.
higher than to go to the Saudi league. Yeah.
طب خلاص here, Mo answered your Inter question. Happy everyone? Anyway.
Are we
So
just out of
that's it.
curiosity, Hussam, are you watching the Saudi league next year?
No.
And no one's watching?
Bro, as a content creator, I have to try watch as much Premier League content as possible. And I'm always honest with my viewers. I told them I came to a collective decision with the viewers. I think it was January. I was like, guys, I'm never gonna do a Chelsea watch on again. And they all understood. لأنه كانوا يناموا معي على الفيديو. It was just so boring. Wallahi, watching Chelsea was the worst. Ya Allah, how boring it is watching Chelsea. With Spurs is boring. I'll do United content, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, actual good clubs to fucking watch. You know, Newcastle, possibly even in Brighton, maybe. But
Chelsea was on the haram ball last season.
About Liverpool, am I the only one who thinks that Lavia in a midfield that is brand new isn't ready yet? Is too much of a risk. I know people too much of a risk. I think he's 19 years old. He had one season in a relegated team at Southampton. Yes, played good, but not good enough to go and start for Liverpool Football Club and rely on him so much to carry that midfield next to Trent, having kind of a two attacking midfielders around him, Szoboszlai and McAllister. I consider McAllister less attacking than Szoboszlai, but I still consider McAllister a player that plays a little bit higher on the pitch. He isn't a 50-50 player. I think Lavia isn't ready. The problem is the only player that in the world that was available, and I don't know if I didn't say that on the show here, but the only player that was available in the world that will come into that midfield and actually carry that midfield was Casemiro. Will allow Szoboszlai and McAllister, but there is no Casemiro. Liverpool, if they let Fabinho and Henderson go, they need an experienced DM like Kimmich.
I agree.
Someone, because you cannot just get all the experience out and assume that you're going to.
No, but that's why I don't want to sell Fabinho more. And by the way, I'm glad you guys are agreeing with me because earlier on I was on three Liverpool fans, and they're all like, "Oh, this is a chance." I don't know what. I'm like, guys, we cannot have 5 22-year-olds and think you can win the league.
Yes.
That position requires a lot of experience. Playing in DM requires so much experience.
He's 19 years old. I know what people.
Wallahi, I wish I can bring all three of you to argue with James Redmond and Callum that I did a show earlier on. They were like, "Oh my God, are you crazy? 40 million for Fabinho. I'm taking that."
I watched it.
Yeah.
I think
40 million. I think actually 40 million is very good.
And then you guys can keep. The thing is, with the difference between Fabinho and Henderson is, I still believe Fabinho has something to offer. Okay, he's regressed physically, but he can still tackle, he can pass, we can do these things. It's not like
but he doesn't offer 40 million. He doesn't offer 40 million.
Can I just say one thing really quickly? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The one thing he has regressed, right? He's not the same Fabinho that you bought when you won the league. But the one thing he can do, and what he can offer on the table, is what all the rest of your midfielders can't do, and you need balance in that midfield. 100%. Right, and you get rid of all of that experience, and you talk about two of the most experienced players in your squad, and now you have a midfield that haven't played for the badge, don't know the pressure behind it, and it becomes chaotic, and it's too much pressure. This is the type of thing that makes or breaks certain midfielders when they're developing, right? And I wouldn't obviously it's exciting because it's a new chapter for you guys, but I wouldn't rely on them to put you guys right on top again.
40 million is, I'm sorry, 40 million is a lot of money. They have to accept it if it's 40
But the
million.
thing is, Mo, but
why
the
do we
thing
have-
is, what is the replacement?
I tell you why. I only value players like this if they are replaceable. What value do they have? I think Fabinho's value isn't 40 million. It's way less than this.
But
And
who
the
replaces
money,
him, Mo? That's not what you're talking about. And that's
Yeah,
the
because
issue.
that's
for
what I mean.
40 million, you can't buy a DM anyway right now of that quality.
Not someone who's 26, 27,
So for-
28,
for-
or even
for-
Now you're
29.
going to tell me
40 million.
Chouameni and stuff, okay, but we're not hunting for that
Swear-
caliber anyway.
His
I
importance
don't
for the
know
team
that.
is worth more
I
than 40
don't
million.
have a name in my head right now, but I think I don't have a name to be. I'm honest, but you can still buy a Lavia. Okay, if you sell both Henderson and Fabinho, I don't think Henderson's gonna go. But if you both go, you can go for 20 million for 40 million buy Lavia, and the other 20 or 10 you're gonna get from Henderson. You go buy an experienced midfielder, someone who's in the 30s, like what Chelsea did with Thiago Silva, someone just to carry the people around until they settle down. I think that might work, but too much money to be wasted. That 40 can be invested somewhere else. You just need smart. You need smart buy. You know what I mean? You need a smart 10, 15 million midfielder buy. Someone who is 30, 32 years old, that has played a lot of football and knows, maybe someone from the Bundesliga. That
Fabinho, then it's not worth selling. What it's for me. Look, here's the thing. I believe experience matters in football. I'm not going to sell all my experienced players and buy a bunch of kids. I want Lavia and Fabinho together. I don't want alone.
Yeah,
Yani.
but it's
I
40
want
million,
both.
Hussam, how are you rejecting 40 million for Fabinho?
Because I think I can win the league next season, and I think I need Fabinho to win the league. That's what I think. You want to hear
The
reality?
problem is, I think you're gambling 40 million.
Okay, here's the thing. Do you agree that next summer we would be able to sell Fabinho anyway, even for 25 million? We could still sell
No,
him.
you won't. You might not.
No, we would be able to sell him for 25.
You're not going to
You
get
might
the
not.
It's
same
not
amount.
guaranteed, to
Okay,
be
so
honest.
here's the problem.
لا بس
So maybe this is
25
when me and
يعني
you-
Fabinho's
this is when
rap
me-
around Europe, you could get 25, bro.
No. This is when me and you disagree, right? If he doesn't go to Saudi for 40 million and he had a shit season like this season, you won't get 10, 15 million for him. You won't. Because because that would be his last contract and he would ask for good money. You won't get more than that. The problem is he's going to be 31 going 32, Hassan. And if he had a bad...
He's 29 going 30 right now. You know this?
He is 30.
Just because he
He's 30
moves
now.
like a 35-year-old doesn't
No,
mean
no.
he's
Is he not 30? He's 30 now. I thought Fabinho was born in 2000.
just turned 30. So he's
he was
going to be
born in
30, turning 31.
He's born in 93, not 92.
Yes. I will
So
double check.
I'm just curious. If you sell both CDMs, right? Who's your midfield three, Hassan? If you could choose your midfield three.
Shall I say that again? Actually, you want to hear you want to hear the المفاجأة? It's even worse for you, Habibi. He is born in October 1990. He's 29. He's 29 heading on to 30 this season, ya Habibi. See? I told you we could get 25 anyway. Yani, come on.
You might not. If he had a bad season, you might not. If not Saudi, you might not.
You need to understand. A lot of times, I know you understand this. A lot of times players go based on rep. Fabinho around Europe, yani, even if he had a bad
2
season.
years. Yes,
okay,
I agree with you.
In Italy and Germany and in Spain, you could get a club to pay 20, 25 million for him. And I'd rather take the risk with someone I know than you're telling me, yani, essentially go get a 10 million 30-year-old anyway. I have one.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I think, so this is when me and you disagree. I think Fabinho, if he had a bad season, it will be 2 seasons in a row when he had a terrible season, a bad season.
True.
That's... Me and you disagree that I think you won't get 15 million even for him. So you're basically, in my opinion, you're risking 25 to 30 million here, which is a lot of money that you can invest. You got McAllister for 35, right? I mean, is that risk is too much. If you're risking 20 million, as you say, you can get 25 or 15 million. Yes, I would agree with you. This is when we disagree. We don't disagree on Fabinho's staying at the club or not. You need him or not. Yes, you need him. But I just think that a gambling with 25 to 30 million is too much.
It's the risk, right? It's which way you look at it. Which are you? I don't know how to say this, but are you willing more to risk putting 3 young midfielders or losing?
It won't work, Ozzy. That's the point. It won't work.
Work
3 new midfielders, so all of them are new.
Mm-hmm.
Samsa hasn't even played in the Premier League yet. McAllister's new to the team, and you would be adding a new DM, and they're all young. It's not like
It
one
won't
of them,
work.
okay, is old enough, and he's like, listen, I can hold this down while they adapt to the team. It's gonna be too much change, which is the thing that, like, when I was picking Liverpool over Arsenal to compete next season, that was my main argument, that this midfield would be a little bit more stable. But when you take Fabinho and you put a 19-year-old, that's too much inexperience. And based on that, I would
يعني
change
also
my
look at
whole
it this way. You
perspective
know
of
why
Liverpool.
Staff
I
is right?
actually,
You know why Staff is right? First game of the season, Chelsea, Stamford Bridge away. Trent inverts. You've got Fabinho, Szoboszlai, McAllister. Why do I need to start Lavia من أول مباراة هيك طوالي?
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, the
Yeah.
problem if
That's what
Fabinho has a
Fabinho did.
terrible, if Fabinho has a terrible game, if Fabinho is not playing well, you're exposed.
طب what about the
Everybody's
other
exposed.
scenario?
I'm
Oh,
exposed.
that's.
So
But
what about me thinking about, what about me actually? Am I the only one? I know you're gonna call me crazy, Hassan, for this, because I know
You
that
are
you're the
crazy,
biggest Henderson hater. Okay, I
أعوذ
actually think
بالله.
that
Please don't say it يا أخي. I beg you. والله
I
بترجاك.
actually
say it.
Hey,
بترجاك.
Say it.
I actually think that Henderson had a bad season. Fabinho had a bad season. I think that Jurgen Klopp can get something out of Henderson next year because he runs more than Fabinho.
I cannot do this. Cannot do that. I want to end this trip. How does he run more? يا أخي, he doesn't run. There is nothing. Henderson has nothing to give on the pitch. He cannot pass. He cannot shoot. He cannot dribble. He cannot tackle. He
Okay.
has less. اسمع.
No,
لا دقيقة. إلا موضوع
no, you're
Henderson.
wrong. You're wrong.
He has half the tackles of fucking Thiago, half duels won of Thiago, who's supposed to be a luxury player who dictates tempo, عنده tackles won, duels won, interceptions more than the... Henderson offers nothing. Henderson is the worst player in this whole team. Henderson is the
Okay.
reason why I did live videos last summer talking about Ross Barkley to Liverpool. انت عارف لاي مرحله وصلنا؟ Ross
Yeah, I
Barkley.
think you have an
عشان
agenda,
تعرف
bro.
كميه الجيف اب اللي وصلت عندنا.
I think you have an
انا
agenda.
لما اقرا اسم هندرسون بالفريق بقى 10 اسامي عندي.
Yeah,
في اسم
I
مش
know.
حاسبه.
I watch you.
اخرى
I
من
watch
هيك
you.
لاعب ما اسمع هندرسون
I
this year.
actually think you have an
Don't
agenda,
say I
bro,
don't.
and
لا
you're running
دقيقه
with
خليني
it.
اعبر عن مشاعري. اسمع تخيل لاعب انت شايف انت يور انتر فان شايف جاليارديني this guy is جاليارديني times 15
No.
اخرى لاعب على وجه الارض. اسمع تحكيش معي.
No.
بلعبهوش بالدوري الاردني مع
He's
الفيصلي
so full
بلعبه.
Arabic now.
انت
I'll
do you
translate.
realize الاتفاق is calling us to get rid of this guy. انا حمار اقول لهم لا تعالوا خذوه مشان الله حللوه عني. I've had it up to here with the guy. Guy cannot play. يا عمي كل ما تتفرج عليه اسمع انت هسه بس خلال دقيقه هاي جو واتش اكتب ليستر ليفربول هايلايتس وتفرج على اغبى لاعب وسط بتاريخ الدوري الانجليزي.
This guy went full Arabic because of how angry he was.
Dewsbury Hall.
He forgot his English.
Anyone here knows Dewsbury Hall? No one knows who Dewsbury Hall is. Dewsbury Hall ran through him like he was Patrick Vieira. انه Dewsbury Hall انسى. وهندرسون واقف هيك can't make a tackle. يعني I have a player who can't run because he lost his athleticism, who's actually 33, post injuries he can't run anymore, can't pass, can't shoot, can't dribble, can't create, can't be in the right position, IQ of a goldfish. وانت بتحكي لي he runs فانه اخليه. انا
He yells a lot on the
بفضل
pitch, so
I would rather give Curtis Jones a lifetime extension than keep Henderson. يعني عشان احكي لك بس لاي مرحله انا لهون وصلت معي خلص. Henderson expired, cannot add anything to this team.
So what's the situation? Is it done?
Situation مع ايش؟
Is Henderson done?
والله مؤمن pissed me off, I'm gonna be honest.
people were saying you said we were saying the Henderson part just got you speaking Arabic. They want
والله
translation.
العظيم مؤمن pissed me off. والله I'm not even gonna lie. والله عصبني. والله.
But you did. Wallahi, I'm not. You kind of sounded like a top red there. I'm not gonna lie. Well, so you said he runs. Wallahi, I was like, yeah, you've opened.
Yeah, but you don't understand my point. Klopp isn't gonna start Henderson every game with Szoboszlai there, but I still think that Henderson, he can get something out of him. I just think that I think maybe I really think that listen, in my opinion, Hussam has an agenda and he's running with it since last year. That's what I think.
Wallahi, I don't have a agenda.
He watches the game. Let me just finish this sentence. He watches the game with an eye that wants to see Henderson as bad. That's what I believe.
Okay.
Even if Henderson, I'm not saying that Henderson was great, but Hussam's eye makes him way worse. and
طب
him
أنا
on
جاي
his
لك.
on this channel,
كمل.
him on this channel, he started an agenda and he's going with it, and people are believing him.
I'm gonna be very honest with you, Mo. The few games that I watched of Henderson last season, wallahi, I don't know what this guy does. I watch him.
You're Hussam's fan. Yes.
Bro,
I'm not Hassam's fan.
Sam's
I argue with
fan.
them.
إحنا half the time we're fighting.
I argue with them as
they're
much as I
all
can, but
nemesis.
I'm gonna be very honest.
Hussam affected you.
Affected me with what, bro?
لا.
I watch him. Listen, I would love nothing more than Henderson to stay because I don't think he offers a lot.
I agree.
I just really don't see.
Can I ask
Okay,
you
Morgan, I
who
just
had
asked you
who
one
had a
question.
worse?
لا لا ثواني عشان إحنا we have to end
no.
this.
It's a simple question, and I don't want you to answer Hussam because you have an agenda. I'm asked Staffy, who had a worse season, Fabinho or Henderson last year?
I think Fabinho played more, if I'm correct. But
They kind of played the same. They kind of played the same minutes.
Who played more, Hussam? I'll take that from you. Because
They kind of played the same games. They played the same minutes. I'm telling you.
No, Fabinho played a lot more.
I think Fabinho.
He played about two, 3
No.
games.
He played a lot more.
I think you can argue that Fabinho.
My man, Henderson played 35 games. Fabinho played 36.
Yeah, but like, no, I'm not talking about cameos, bro. If he's coming on for 10-minute cameos, that doesn't count.
So let me explain. The difference in minutes is only 200 minutes, so it's not like night and day. Okay, so it's not night and day. So go ahead. So it's only like.
Anyways,
go ahead. استنى يا Staffy.
No. And I didn't ask you. I know this is your channel. I didn't ask you. I asked Staffy. See, Staffy, you asked a question: who played more? Both kind of played the same. Who had a worse season?
I think you can argue because of Fabinho's standards. You can argue that he had a worse season, but because you expect
who was worse on the pitch يا عمي هذا السؤال.
But worse on the pitch is Henderson. I really don't see Henderson doing anything. Wallahi, when I watch him, Hussam
is doing Hussam's thing and putting idea in his head.
Exactly. Bro,
but you are a manipulator. You are a manipulator. You manipulated him.
Vikra, you're insulting Staffy this way.
But I did say when you hold it, listen, because
Staffy's not a guy who listens to my opinion. Me and Staffy argue 90% of the time. We argue.
I'm adding statistics 1 second because you guys were right. Fabinho has played considerably more than Henderson. So
thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
And second of all, 1 second, Staffy, معلش, 1 second. Mu'min.
What is he saying?
Mu'min.
No. Sorry. No, I'm not gonna let you finish. I'm not gonna let you finish because you're building something based on a false statement. You're building something based on false statement. No. I'm have the statistics in front of me.
Like you're not in the group chat and you don't see these guys arguing all the time.
No. Hold on. Stop. You accuse me. Hold on. You said something that Fabinho played way more minutes, right? Fabinho played 1,832 minutes. Jordan Henderson played 1,615. So the difference is 200 minutes, which equals about 2 games. So I don't know what you're saying.
I told you he played more than him. I didn't tell you.
No. You didn't. You said he played considerably more.
Okay, well, it's still more.
Okay.
So what do you want?
No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
And now go calculate Champions League or Carabao Cup or FA
no,
Cup.
See, I said in the league. So I said in the league. No, because I don't know what.
in the league أخوي ما هو إحنا when we played Champions League we didn't become Inter Liverpool. صرنا بعدنا Liverpool.
Champions League you played 6.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Can we talk
about? I'm gonna influence his answer. Ozzy came on probably 90% of the Liverpool halftime shows. Who was worse, Ozzy?
100% Henderson. 1,000,000%.
Okay.
Mo, I'm looking at it here, Mo.
ثواني, no, because هسه بدي I am gonna ruin the hell out of the argument.
Can I say something? Because I'm looking at the stats here. Because Mo,
ثواني
the minutes that you gave me. ثواني بس.
على السكرين.
ثواني بس. Because I see.
ثواني اشتافي أنا ولعت معي. دقيقة.
خلاص بس put it on the screen if you.
Moment, who should be better defensively, Henderson or Thiago? Defensively, who should be better?
It's supposed to be Henderson.
Okay, Allah. Thank you for the real answer. Now I'm gonna share screen. أنا بدي إياك تتفرج على الأرقام.
So let me tell you something.
لا تقوليش let me tell you. ثواني بدنا نتفرج على الأرقام الفاضحة للكابتن تبعنا. بدنا نتفرج على الأرقام اللي بتفضح اللي دوري أردني ما بلعبهوش هذا قاعد بتحكي لي كيب كلوب كان أفضل. اتفرج. 24 appearances both. حلو. اسمع طل أول واحدة. Tackles 68 to 20. تياغو انت عارف يعني تياغو يعني اسطوره من اساطير الكره. 68 حلو. interceptions 33-17. Total duels 253-67. 200 بعدين بتقول duels won 100. This guy in 24 Premier League games won 34 fucking duels in 24 games. He won 34 duels. This is the guy that Klopp.
It's like one duel per game almost.
اسمع احكي لك من الاخر. لو اجيب كلوب وبيب وكل مدربين العالم يطلعوا لاعب منه هذا، ما فيش لاعب. عشان افهمك خلص اللعب انتهى. لا في
Say it in English because people want to know what you're saying.
Are you gonna did you do your thing and you're gonna rate me? Did you do your monologue?
بالله عليك هاي ارقام طبيعيه.
Did you do your monologue?
ارقام طبيعيه.
I mean, Mo, he has evidence, bro. What do you mean what monologue? He has
Imagine in the same amount of games, Thiago has 200 more duels. 200.
Did you do? See, you did your monologue. Are you gonna let me respond? Okay.
That was hilarious, bro.
Number one, in Liverpool, Thiago plays way deeper than Henderson, and I saw Thiago this year specifically is the one who stops attacks by interception, and I absolutely had many times said that Thiago was very, very good defensively this year. Number two, every time you show something on the screen, okay, it's actually all of these that show me it's not percentages, it's not successful. It's absolutely proves that Henderson played higher on the pitch than Thiago. You putting interceptions and putting tackles in means you're more in defensive actions. You played football, you would know that. That means your coach isn't required. That successful tackles and the successful duels is what you look at. However, even though Henderson, as I said, this year played way higher on the pitch before you change the formation, and Thiago played deeper. So I don't get what you're saying. I'm not saying Henderson is great, but the problem is you had an agenda and you ran with it. That's my problem.
I'm pretty sure if he puts the offensive stats as well, they wouldn't look good for Henderson. I promise.
It doesn't. It's not the point. See,
when your point was that he's playing up higher up the pitch.
My point. You guys are not.
Then what is he contributing with? If he's
you
playing
guys
higher
don't want
up
to
the pitch,
listen. You guys don't. You guys
I am listening.
Henderson. When Liverpool were fighting for the quad, Henderson used to run for two players on the pitch, cover next to Fabinho and cover Trent.
This season.
Exactly.
Okay, بالكواد Fabinho was considered.
Let me tell you,
Fabinho by many in the ما أنت بتحكي quad season. In the quad season, you can ask Staffy and Ozzy now since they both hate Liverpool. They both hate Liverpool. Fabinho was considered one of the best, if not the best DM in the world. The quadruple season.
Henderson that year used to play every game and amazing runs, and he is 3 years older. Both of them, you're not listening to my argument. Both of them had terrible season last year. I think that Fabinho is one of the reasons Liverpool was shit, because when Thiago got injured, and even before that, Fabinho was not doing anything. He was just a passenger on the pitch. He was literally a passenger on the pitch. The problem with Henderson is that he was running in the wrong directions. He was absolutely a headless chicken on the pitch most of the time. My problem is if someone is running as a passenger on the pitch, it's very hard to go back to your best attributes, to your best times. If someone is running wrong, if a coach position that player correctly and have the right people around him, you can use these energy somewhere. You're saying that Henderson has no energy, and every time I'm watching the guy, he is with England. He's the highest guy in the press. He is the guy that is trying to run. He's running wrong.
McAllister now is in that team, so why do you need Henderson? Because McAllister will do a lot of running. If you're talking about running, I saw this guy run all the World Cup. So that's
exactly
his game.
World Cup hype. Do you watch McAllister in Brighton?
No, he had a different role. Yeah, I get it. I'm saying he has a different role in Brighton. No,
McAllister is kind of a player that doesn't run a lot, but runs smart. McAllister is a lazy player on the pitch.
But when he's told to run, he's done it. When he's played in a big team and he was told, okay, this is my compliment.
Bro, Otamendi and Romero looked great at the World Cup. Because you're building your argument based on the World Cup.
No, it's not just solely the World Cup. It's the idea that this guy is tactically a good player. So when Klopp brings him in, he's like, listen, this guy can follow tactics correctly. If I put him in this team to do some of the dirty work that Henderson used to do, this guy could be my new Henderson. He could do the running to help Fabinho. So what is the point of keeping Henderson?
He can
Keeping
be my new
Fabinho,
Henderson and can
Yeah,
pass,
you guys
and
are-
and
can
he's
you guys
actually
are
better.
acting-
That's what I'm saying.
So no,
and this
you're
AK
saying you're
is
saying yeah.
Henderson
This makes
presses,
my
but he doesn't
point.
press smart.
Yeah, it
Mu'min,
makes my
Henderson
point
doesn't press
right. You don't
smart. He doesn't press
understand.
smart anymore. His
Absolutely,
IQ,
I don't disagree with you.
IQ
I
is
don't
not there.
disagree. Don't make me
طب
yell
اوكي ما
because
انت
my
يعني
wife
he
is
doesn't
asleep.
even run smart. Why am I keeping the guy?
Exactly. Because he can
بحكي
run.
exactly واحنا ورد بانكينج
Yeah,
نفسي افهم كيف exactly
because my point, because the first word I said is that because Henderson still runs, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp can get something out of him. And guys, tell me if I'm wrong. And I said because Fabinho can't
You're
run
wrong.
no more. Habibi.
والله you're wrong. هيا مين بالله
He said, tell me you're wrong. You're wrong.
اسمع فابينيو انت بتحكي هندرسون كان ران فابينيو كان تاكل وهي كان باس
Fabinho last year was a passenger. I can remember games where people just passed him, like walked past him.
خلاص
Fabinho.
ما هو
Doing
maybe
the
this season when he
passenger-
has
doing the
better legs
passenger
around him,
argument-
you'll see the best out of
doing
him.
the passenger argument when you're arguing for Henderson. تعرف في مثل عندما تتحدث
You
العاهر عن
play
الشرف
football,
لأنه
Hassan, you know what a
أكبر-
passenger is.
لأنه أكبر passenger بالفريق كامل
No,
هندرسون.
no.
The
Do
biggest
you know
passenger in the
you
team
played
كان.
football and you know what a passenger is? The passenger is the
I'm
guy
better
that
than
walks
him.
on the
شو
pitch.
بدك أحسن مني؟
That guy. It's an agenda.
It's not an agenda. يا أخي طب أوكي أوكي خلص guys Mo is right. I have an agenda. طب why would Ozzy say Henderson? Why would Staffy say Henderson? They have an agenda كمان.
Well, here's the
Now,
thing.
Ozzy,
Why-
you actually, I tell you why Ozzy why Ozzy is that? You just said that Ozzy is on my halftime shows all the time. That means he watches you and he sees you slander Henderson all the time. It gets in his head.
Habibi,
It gets in his
wallahi, Stevie Wonder can see how
So I
shit
affected
Henderson was
Staffy's
last season.
opinion, or I affected Ozzy's
Habibi,
opinion.
Habibi, every single person that wants Liverpool to fail wants them to sell Fabinho and keep Henderson.
Thank you.
Right. And it
No,
doesn't-
that's for a different reason. You know, that's
Because
because they
Henderson's
think
crap,
that
that's the
Henderson
reason.
because they think Henderson cannot play a DM and he can't play a DM. Well, I'm talking basically based on experience. I'm assuming. See, the difference between me and you guys is that you guys are basing all your things on hope. You're hoping that Fabinho can get something back. You're hoping that Henderson can get something back. I'm not. All I'm saying is that if you're gonna keep one of them, assuming that both of them are gonna be crap next year, the same as this year. I'm not hoping. I'm saying that what I saw last year is gonna continue this year. I'm gonna keep Henderson for the experience. I'm gonna keep if Fabinho stays the same as last year, he's gonna be a passenger again. You guys are basing all your argument on the hope that Fabinho regains a little bit.
No one said that based it on hope. You're actually the one that's basing it on hope because you're
I'm
saying
profiling
Klopp
the
could
better
get something
player.
No,
out of
I'm
Henderson.
I actually don't think
let me ask
Henderson
you a
is gonna
question. Did you
start.
just say you just said Henderson can't play DM, صح?
Yeah, he cannot.
Can't or can? Which one?
Cannot
Play DM.
Cannot.
Okay. perfect. So
Cannot.
بدك-
I don't know.
Okay, perfect. So you want to play him in the 8 عشان ننتحر كلنا مرة واحدة.
No. Also, you're not understanding.
طب he doesn't
Henderson
want to play him in the
shouldn't
6 and the 8. وين اللاعب left back?
He's not gonna play. He's not gonna play. Henderson is there for the experience. You see, if you think that Fabinho should start as a DM next year, if you think Fabinho should start as a DM next year, I think your team, and assuming that he's gonna be good, if Fabinho has the same energy as last year, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. If Fabinho goes back to his best, which is just a hope, it's hope.
I'm
You're
not
good
saying
again.
he's gonna go back to his
Mu'min,
best.
if you-
والله no
Mu'min,
one said that.
Mu'min, if
والله
you
no
had
one
a
said he's gonna go back to his best.
Mu'min, if you had a relative in the Premier League, you wouldn't defend him like this. He was ابن عمك
You
هو.
guys are not.
Defend him.
I'm not defending him because
You're
I'm not
you're
defending him
playing-
because
no, you're-
I said
this is
because
what you're
I'm
doing.
saying he's not
You're
gonna
talking a
play.
lot, you're
So
talking
the
a lot.
difference between me and you, the difference between me and you is that you're actually putting words in my. I actually said Sam asked me questions straight, yes or no. Is he gonna start? I said no. Is he gonna play 6? I said no. Is he gonna play an 8? I said no. He shouldn't start.
But to
Because
keep
I
him.
saw
You
him-
said all that, but you said keep him.
Because of the
Makes no
experience.
sense.
Because they lack experience and they
Because
can
he wants a
use him off the
cheerleader
bench.
يعني بالعربي.
Yeah, because and he can be off the bench as well at sometimes, right? Be off the
طب
bench.
مؤمن-
Like what
No,
Milner-
but I
Milner-
have
like
experience
what
in
Milner
Fabinho
used to
and
do.
Thiago. How
So
much
hear-
more
hear
experience do
hear
you
me
need?
out. Fabinho, but that's what I mean. Off the bench, Henderson can offer you something. Okay, can offer you something. If even Fabinho off the bench with the same level of last year offers you nothing on the pitch. He's actually someone on the pitch. It's actually hurt you more. If Fabinho plays a DM, which is the more important role, and you keep someone like Fabinho, like last year, he hurts your team more than having someone like Henderson off the bench.
I would be.
That is not playing DM.
I will be so shocked if tomorrow you don't get a DM from Redmen TV to bring you on the show to speak about Henderson. I'll be shocked. I'll be so shocked because the amount التطبيل انت بتعمله ده, I don't understand it. The guy is shit.
Listen, because you don't understand it because your brain cannot elevate to what I'm saying. That's the problem. That's the problem. I think that's the problem. I absolutely think that's the problem.
This is the thing, yeah. People love to play devil's advocate because you want to be different on a stream.
I am not playing different. I had this opinion first.
And the most ironic thing is you are the most straight copy-paste Egyptian I've ever seen in my life. So therefore, you can't be different. Even if you want to be different, you can't be. Henderson is shit, all right? Everyone knows he's shit. I would love him to stay at Liverpool. If he stays at Liverpool, they're not getting top 4. Simple. Fabinho is the right answer. Everyone in the comment section can see it. We can see it. You're the only person on the stream that can't see it because you want to be different. So congratulations.
I actually before that I didn't say that.
Won the I'm different award on the stream. Well done.
I won the difference award. Thank you so much. Here you go. Give me my award.
Finish the stream.
Okay, خلاص. I'm just gonna read out the super chats and end it. I just want to say one final thing. There are 3 opinions regarding this. Either sell Fabinho and Henderson, either keep Henderson, sell Fabinho, either keep Fabinho, sell Henderson. 2 of them are logical, one's illogical. Mo chose the logical one, wallahi. Mo just chose specifically the most illogical one, subhanallah.
I see what Mo is saying. I just don't agree with it. I don't agree with it at all. Like, I get what he's trying to say, that Henderson's impact next season off the bench would be better than Fabinho's impact off the bench. I get what he's saying. However, Fabinho goes, you actually don't have a DM in this team. Henderson goes, you actually have multiple number 8s, and you can adjust the way that you play. Exactly. That's the only issue, Mo. I get what you're saying, but if they had better number 6 options,
there is no time for me to respond.
Wallahi, if you want,
I can respond in a simple, and I can respond, but I'm not gonna. You ask me something, I'm gonna respond. They sell Fabinho for 40 million. They get a Lavia. They keep Henderson, and they get a Lavia, and they still get a cheap DM. Their plan was to still get another midfielder, by the way. Ship one of Henderson and Fabinho and get another midfielder. Lavia for 40 million, that's the Fabinho money. Liverpool were not expected to sell Fabinho for 40 million. They weren't. He wasn't on the plan. He wasn't on the plan. That's an extra 40 million to their budget. They still get a Lavia, and they still get another DM next to Lavia, an experienced one as well. You remember, they still have Thiago on the roster who can play next to Lavia. You guys are forgetting this. They have Thiago. They have the young kid who's still developing. The problem for me is that Fabinho, as a DM, I always say that, and you said that in the beginning of the season, the DM is absolutely essential. And if he's shit, your whole team cannot play football. The problem is, your guys are saying without Fabinho, they don't have a DM. I'm not saying they sell Fabinho and not get a DM. I'm saying Fabinho last year isn't actually a DM. He's a useless player. He's just a wood, like he's a stick on the pitch. It's nothing.
طيب okay, خلاص. Listen, I want the people to be able to watch this on the replay because this is a movie at this rate. So let me just read the super chats before we wrap up. Comedian says, Szoboszlai is not as good as you're saying. A lot of his creative numbers come from set pieces. He has explosive potential, but not there yet. I don't think anyone's claimed he's there yet. But because of the guy that Mu'min's arguing for, which is Henderson, who we employed for these last 2 years, and he's been absolutely crap. Any player who can dribble, pass, shoot, or create, or do anything on the football pitch is a massive upgrade to number 14. So let's just put it that way, Comedian. اسمع بعناية حبيبي، فأنت لا تشاهد 10 ألعاب أونانا ولكن هو أفضل من رامزديل. سبحان الله، الشيشة والله قوية. أنت بتتكلم جابانيز؟ Staffy, this one's for you.
Mm-hmm. Can we just translate it first for the people that don't speak Arabic?
That's my response.
Listen carefully, my bro.
Thank you.
You didn't watch 10 Onana games, and he's better than Ramsdale. Subhanallah, your shisha strong. Do you speak Japanese?
Alas, then I'll ignore everyone who also rates Onana, because a lot of people do rate him, have said great things about him, people who actually watched him, one of them actually being on our stream right here, who watches him and rates him. But let me ignore all that, because I didn't watch 10 games, which I never claimed anyways. I don't know how to say it in Japanese, but it's okay.
As a man, I don't appreciate what you're doing because you want people to say fuck Mo. No, let them say fuck you to you and you take it on the chin like a man. That's what should happen.
How does that mean fuck
no, because every time مؤمن انت ملاحظ كل مرة بتحكي he's like, oh, there's
because
a guy on the stream.
I said experts.
Don't say fuck me, say fuck
no. I didn't say fuck anyone.
For my guy like that, he didn't do anything. No.
I said there's experts that say all that stuff about Onana.
مؤمن is an expert. He expert على Henderson.
يا حبيبي استنى نفسي اخلص جملة.
في اي expert على الارض هندرسون كون واضح.
There's experts that rate Onana highly, and there's a guy on our stream who is an Inter fan that gives us his opinion of Onana. So there's experts, there's more on this on the panel, but you want to keep holding on to the fact that I didn't watch 10 games that I never claimed anyways for me to say, oh, well, Onana's not all that. I'm still one of most quotes, and I'm gonna start using that a little bit more. Whatever makes you sleep at night. Thank you for the
big up to you, Muhammad Arsan. Thank you for the super chat.
1 second, Hussein, that's rude. على فكرة, what Staffy just said. He said that we have experts and we have Mo.
So when I said Mo's expert, you're like, oh, Mo's an expert. When I say Mo's on the panel, also Mo's not an expert. Into Shayateen on the panel.
I respect my brother Mo. He's an expert for me of Italian.
Yeah, exactly. Mo's an expert to me as well. Don't sit up here and insult Mo like that. Big up to you guys.
Wallahi devils.
Comedian says, Staffy, you nailed it with a lovely opinion. Oh, Comedian sent in a positive.
Habibi Comedian, wallahi. Wallahi Habibi Comedian. Hey, I knew I liked Comedian's.
Staffy a little bit of love. He's been dying for some love.
Look, I'm blushing right now, Comedian.
Big up to you, Comedian. Joe says, nothing is done yet, and if he does go, a senior DM is required, I think he means. Lavia is ready for every game and consistent pressure. And then he comes back and he says, constant pressure will expose all the weakness in the players. You need to be smart. Lavia, Soboslai, and others will not work to win game in, game out. No, listen, there's one point all four of us agree on. We cannot buy 4 kids. That's the reality. So for me, I don't think we can buy a bunch of kids. We need someone with experience. There are 2 logical things. Either sell Fabinho and Henderson, buy a DM and Lavia, or sell Henderson, keep Fabinho, and buy Lavia. The third choice, let's not speak about it because it will start another argument. That's my thing, Joe. And I'll say thank you for the super chat. And big up to all our Australian audience as well. You guys are 4th or 3rd most watched demographic. Big up to Australia, man. That was horrible. Akhi Ustam, Mo still argues Hendo as if he is a Camry when Hendo is in fact a horse carriage. Hendo حرام ينحكي عليه بسكليت. حرام ينحكي عليه سكوتر أصلاً. تحكي لي horse. Don't insult horses like this. Horses gallop. Henderson doesn't gallop.
عربية بحمار.
ولا حتى بحمار. ولا بسكليت كمان. Big up to you زلاتان حبيبي. شكرا for all the support حبيبي انت والله. Big up to you. Vegas Gunner says, Hussam, what's up? Do you ever sleep? Yeah, I sleep at like 5 a.m. I just got off work and you're live. Do any of you rate Mbuemo as a Saka backup? Big up to Staffy, says Vegas Gunner. See, another super chat with love. You don't have to cry. Comes the guy.
People love me, bro. What do you mean?
I think Mbuemo is a good player. I think that'd be a good pickup for a team. But as you said, Vegas Gunner, though, as a backup. Don't take it to the next step and start talking starter. That's when you mess up. So I think Mbuemo as a backup is definitely a good option, 100%. Thank you, Vegas Gunner. Albert says, can we from Inter please exchange Henderson with Barella, please?
If you guys want Mo to get a heart attack, we could get that.
Hey, Inzaghi could get something.
I'm sorry, before you finish, can I correct something? Can I correct something I said wrong on the show? Right?
Correct.
I actually said the minutes wrong. Okay,
that's what I was trying to tell you.
Actually, 2600 to 2000. So I said it wrong. I apologize for that. I don't like
حبيبي الله شايف انت ليه expert عشان عندك الhumbleness انك you apologize. عرفت كيف؟ This is reality. Big up, man. Big up, Mo. I appreciate you. And
so Staffy was right. Say it. Say Staffy was right too.
The difference between you and everybody else, we actually looked up stat. We looked up. Ozzy was right.
Wallahi, on my mother's life, the stats are up here, and I tried to put them on, but someone was like, "Hold on," and he put on the stats between Thiago.
and Thiago is very telling. How's Thiago doing?
No, but that's what I'm saying. When you told me to hold on, wallahi, I wanted to read it out. And before even reading out, I told him he definitely
rebutted the point smart by saying where they played on the pitch, but at the same time, having 200 more duels is also going like, okay, this guy, he's just used it because he's in midfield. Midfield is where you get the most duels. It's just
saying Mo was wrong and I was right. He could have just said that, but it's okay. We can't all.
Fair enough. Nadra says self opinion. This guy loves playing the victim and get the Lavia and a center back.
I just want to get him angry again.
No, please. We want to wrap up. Billah. Queen Nadra, thank you for the super chat. And listen, I have no problem if you say Fabinho and Henderson, but we need Lavia and an experienced player. We cannot get 5 22-year-olds and have Salah waste a year of his prime again. So that's what I'll say. So big up to you, Nadra. Thank you for the super chat. And finally, Nketiah's lawyer says, sell Fabinho, play Curtis Jones at DM. Nketiah's lawyer, I'm going to say thank you for the super chat, but that has got to be the worst suggestion of the entire day, probably worse than what Mu'min said, and Mu'min's one was really bad. So let's just say it that way, Nketiah's lawyer. Anyway, we got wrapped up here, guys. El Ahwa is still, you guys, is one of the favorite shows on this channel. Wallahi, this is so much fun every single time. Make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Big up to Rayan, Qusay, Zlatan, Komdian, of course. Big up to Nketiah, Queen Nadra, Albert, Vegas, Joe, Mo Arsenal, Ultra, D, Arsenal till I die, and Liverpool till I die. Jamie and Ozan for the super chats. Big up to every single person who sent any super chat. Make sure you're all liking. Make sure you're all subscribing. We are approaching 15.5k subscribers. So please do like the video. Do subscribe. Continue to share the videos everywhere. I can't lie. When we told you get your family, we should have told you get some popcorn as well. Get some snacks. This is an hour and 42 minutes.
Get some painkillers like I do. I get Advil before I speak with Mo because I know he's going to give me a headache.
Ya Allah, this victim. It's always has to be about him. So anyway, we're going to go around the lovely panel and they're going to let you know where you can find them. Mu'min, you put a shift in, Habibi, and it's the latest time other than myself. So where can people find you?
Yeah, just watch me daily on Never a Foul, of course, every day, once or twice. Nowadays, it's just kind of short because I'm on vacation. Well, yeah, go do that.
Big up to you,
do this.
Man. Shout out to all the people of Tanta, man. Big up to you guys. Ozzy, Habibi, you're the second latest time. Where can people find you?
Yeah, man. First of all, thanks for having me. Big up to everyone that was here. It's actually immense that we have 400 consistently for Ahwa. So I think you guys are enjoying the content. Happy to be here. My Chinese is officially cold, frozen cold. It's been there for an hour, but I'm going to go and smash it now. But yeah, you can find me here on the Ahwa and hopefully on YouTube very soon. But yeah, big up to people.
We told you can eat it. Don't blame us. We said eat on
the stream. We told you eat it if you want.
I don't like eating on camera, man, and there's going to be a record of me.
Ya Allah.
See, but Staff is the diva. Staffy complains too much.
خلي بالك, I have to be up in 4 hours. والله العظيم لو أنت كلمتني.
Yeah, get me a violin, yalla.
I'm getting a flight to Texas and smashing that hat out of your face. Honestly,
I don't live in Texas. See how you don't even know me? Yalla, froze. Alhamdulillah.
Ozzy, are you calling Staffy fat because you're saying he's from Texas? Staffy, where can people find you?
Everything's bigger in Texas. You can take it.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Certain things are bigger, yeah, that's for sure. Anyways, well, I can't take you guys seriously sometimes.
Wallahi, I love this show.
I spend half the show laughing. If you guys notice, I just laugh half the time, and the other half I'm just like talking. But anyways, you can follow me on YouTube at Staffy TV. It's right here. Oop. And my socials right here. El Dun Staffy on Twitter, Instagram, everything else. And thank you for having me, bro. Thank you. عايز نعملها لك ازاي يعني. There's another finger. في صباع تاني بس that's after this.
لا بالله عليك لا. Big up to you guys. Like and subscribe. Tomorrow I'm out all day. I'm gonna go. I'm going somewhere. I'm gonna go.
Celebrity tax.
I'm done with this crap every day. Henderson Fabinho خلاص day off. So big up to you guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys whenever the hell, inshallah. Yalla, see you guys tomorrow. No, not whenever the hell, inshallah. Astaghfirullah. We'll see you whenever, we can, inshallah. Peace out.